Evening, folks. Microphone's gone too far again, hasn't it? It's madness. Right, camera. Sorry. It's December, isn't it? Everything's going wrong. Everything's in a rush. Anyway, good to see you. Loads of messages. I'll come to those in a moment. Live chat 144. 144. It's crazy, isn't it? 144 live chats, and if you added in all the impromptu ones, we're probably close to about 200. But there we go. Good to see you. Brooks's Bass Corner, Tuesday evening, 8 o'clock. Well, it's 4 minutes past. Give me 4 minutes leeway, will you? Very welcome. It's London town in the UK. We're talking bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects, great bass players. If you're looking to buy stuff for Christmas, looking at stuff for after Christmas in New Year's sales, maybe you're a beginning bass player looking for some hints and tips and some advice. Maybe you're a well-seasoned pro and you just want to come on, talk the bass fat. Come on in. You're amongst friends. That's what we do here on Tuesday. Hope you're all safe and well. Hope your bass playing's going great. Topic of discussion tonight. We don't normally have to have a topic, of course. Very often we don't. We just talk about bass and away we go. You got 9 days Christmas shopping, 8 by the time we get to the morning. So if you're a bit stumped, maybe you're not a bass player, maybe you're looking for some hints and tips to buy some bass presents. Maybe your partner's a bass player, or your nephew or your niece or your cousin or your brother, sister, husband, wife, whatever. If you're looking for some last minute inspiration for bass presents before Christmas, come on in, ask away in the live chat window. I'll give you loads of possible things to think about. I can point you with some links, some affiliate links as well. Whether it's cleaning and maintenance and strings and gig bags, gig cases, maybe you're looking for some pedals, maybe you're looking to buy a bass for your kid, your son, your daughter, who knows? Come on in. Ask away. We're a bass channel. That's what we're talking about. If you want to come in, talk religion and politics, don't bother. You're wasting your time. You'll get bombed out straight out the door. Right, messages. Let's see who we've got here. Neil Noble. Is this the same guy I listened to from his hotel room in Poole 3 weeks ago? Yep. He's a great guy. Yep. Excellent listen. Correct. Well done, sir. I've put your notification on. Well, welcome back, young man. I think you came in on last week's live chat, but anyway, good to see you. Good to have you around. Come on in. There's Stacy. Yes, this is the same guy. You know that's the deal. Always learn something new and helpful from Mike. There we go. Fabulous. Visog, finishing my tea. No, I finished my tea about an hour ago. I was just trying to deal with the dogs because my partner's out at the moment and I need to let them out and do their business. And there was chicken cooking in the oven for them. So they were whizzing around the house thinking, oh, it's treat time. It's not. You're not getting it till the morning. So I had to do all those little jobs, and they will inevitably start screaming at 9 o'clock for their dentist sticks. So if that happens and the other half isn't back, I've got to go and sort of provide that. Otherwise, all chaos unleashes. It's like something out of Hades. So bear with me on that one. So we got an hour until that kicks in. You'll know that you'll hear the sirens. It'll all kick in. What did I have? I had sweet and sour vegetable stir fry. Is that okay? All good. Loads of goodness in it. It was broccoli, carrots, onions, bit of garlic, peppers. Good Lord, all sorts. Sweet corn was in there, baby corns. Courgette was in there. All the goodness, all the good stuff. Need to stock up on the old vitamins. I'm actually doing quite well today. If you'd heard me Saturday, Sunday, or yesterday, I did sound like Barry White's offspring. My voice was right down there. I was talking to the whales, frankly. I was very low level. So I've actually got some tone in my voice today, and I can talk at a reasonable kind of pitch. So you got lucky. Stacey, it's a little crazy. It is a little crazy, but we're all good. It's all good. So come on in. If this is your first time on either a live chat here on my channel or any channel on YouTube, we're on StreamYard tonight. We're broadcasting out on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, of course. If you're a regular, come on in. If you're watching, like you just found the video on Facebook or Instagram, We're a friendly bunch. Come on in. We are talking bass guitars. So that's what we do here on a Tuesday night. When we get the other side of New Year in 2026, we're going to move this from Tuesdays to Sundays. So if you don't watch another live chat between now and then, just stick it in your diary. We're going to be moving to Sundays. Okay. Hopefully opening up the number of people that want to come in and watch. I mean, we get a lot of residual views after the live chats get loaded up onto the YouTube channel, but I just want to try and see if we can coax a few more people from around the planet. Sunday might work a little better for them. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We'll see. Anyway, if you're first time here on live chat, this is the video window. If you're on the mobile app, live chat window is below. If you're on the desktop version, it's that way. You'll see a text window on the right hand side of the screen on the desktop. Underneath that, you'll see a rectangular box that says chat or comment. Put your cursor in there, type your question or comment in there, press send. It appear here in the live chat, and then me and everyone else can respond to it and get involved and what have you. Next to that rectangle, you can see an emoji icon. Feel free to give that an absolute pummeling because it helps the video in the eyes of the YouTube algorithm. And next to that, also, you'll see a rectangle with a dollar symbol in, and that's called Super Chat. That allows you to make a financial donation to the channel if you wish to do so. You don't have to. The videos and the channel are free to watch, although some of those situations might change a little when we get into the new year, because I'm going to start incorporating some memberships on certain content and certain things here on the channel. But that doesn't mean you can't watch stuff between now and then. It is all free to watch. But if you wish to help the channel and keep us going, because I want to do this for 20 years, 25 years if possible, all the things you see here on the video, on the live chat, and in the videos here on the channel come straight out of my pocket. We don't get anything given to us for free. Channel's too small. We've only got 5,000 subscribers. Only 5,000 subscribers. You fine people out there in YouTube land. You went and did it, didn't you, at the weekend? You went and pushed the channel over 5,000 subscribers. Now, I said back in August, I could see how subscriber levels were growing. It's not something I chase after. I find subscriber numbers a bit of a vanity metric, because you don't have to be a subscriber to watch any of the videos here on the channel. You can watch them for free. So, you know, the most watched video here on the channel's got 30,000 views. We got 5,000 subscribers. Likewise, there are channels out there that have millions of subscribers, and most of their videos barely get 10,000 views. Zoomer's in, isn't he? There he is. Handsome member of the cast here. Good to see you, sir. So I don't go chasing after the subscriber metrics, but if you wish to subscribe to the channel, you get notifications when we're putting up new content and community tab posts and everything that I do here on the channel. So if you wish to subscribe, that's fabulous, but I don't go chasing it. You won't ever find me hounding people to, or, you know, please subscribe to the channel. I don't do that anymore. That's something from like years ago. You might see on an old video. But anyway, that's all cool. So then underneath the video window, you're going to find a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Please give this video a thumbs up if you'd be so kind. It doesn't cost you anything. It's merely a tap of the mouse. It's a tap on your phone screen or your tablet screen. Costs nothing, but it really, but I know I get people go, oh, you bang on about the giving the thumbs up. No, you wouldn't see in the analytics, unless you're a YouTuber. You don't see all the analytics that goes on channels and the videos in the background. I see the back end to every video here on the channel. The videos that get lots of thumbs ups do better than the ones that don't. That's just, it's the way it works. Interaction with a video, whether it's via a comment, chatting away in the live chat box, sharing the videos out, thumbs ups. It's the simplest thing. All you got to do is tap on that thumbs up. It's a nothing, really. Everything I watch on YouTube, very rare that I ever give anything a thumbs down. If I don't like something, I just don't bother putting a thumbs up. But if you can give the video a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you're going to give it a thumbs down, please leave a message in the comment section, not on the live chat, but in the comment section of the video, and tell me what you don't like. Then I can try and work on it. Now, I'll put this out there. We had an absolute idiot hounding me last week. So those of you who frequent the channel regularly, you'll know over the past month, well, past couple of weeks in December, I took the bass collection video from a couple of years ago, and I thought, actually, I'm really busy in December. Let's splice up, remix some shorts out of that collection video. It's an hour video. Create some shorts. Might be entertaining for people who haven't seen the collection video. Stumble on the channel. Might drive some traffic towards watching some other videos on the channel. I get an absolutely bile-ridden idiot hounding me last week. Literally every short that went up, he gave it a thumbs down as soon as it went up. And I knew it was him because it was too consequential that this was happening. Every time I put a video up, he'd give it a thumbs down within about 30 seconds of it going live. Clearly watching the channel to be a pain in the ass. And basically started hounding me with constant messages about each video. What he doesn't realize is he can spend hours typing these diatribes out, and all I do is I put them straight in the bin. So I'll read it and put it in the bin. Didn't bother replying. It's like, I can't be bothered with this. So I kept putting them in the bin. And then he put another reply. Why haven't you posted up my message? Because it's my channel. I decide what goes up on the screen. You don't. It's not social media. It's not Facebook. You have no right to go post. You can post what you want, but whether I decide it goes up on the screen or not is another thing entirely. Anyway, we got to Saturday, and he was going for it. He was really venting his spleen, and basically he was going, you don't know how to do YouTube. You don't know how to do shorts. You're just a second-rate Danny Sapko. To which I responded, I bet it really gets up your beak that I'm his mate then, aren't you? I bet it really gets on your goat. But anyway, he carried on, and I was binning his responses, and then I called him out on it, and I basically sent him a fairly long reply and waited till the next day for him to respond to it, and lo and behold, he did, and then more of it came, and I said, do you want to carry on? And he went, oh, I can type loads more. I said, good, because you're blocked. And that was the end of that. Don't have to listen to it. He can sit there. He can carry on typing his messages. He can set up another profile. You're going to get blocked every time, you idiot. So that was the end of that. So when people come on, they want to be nasty. I don't mind if people are pleasant and constructive and say, look, I don't like this. Could you change how you do the Not sure that really works. That doesn't work for me. That I'll respond to that all day long. You come on to one of my shorts or a long form video or a live chat and you're abusive, nasty, because you got nothing else to do. I went and checked his channel out. It's been going for about 10 years. He's got about 70 subscribers. Lord knows what they're subscribing to, because he's only got about 10 videos up there of him flexing his muscles while he's playing bass. No headshots or anything, just him with his muscles on playing. And it was like, sorry, I'm not getting into a conversation with idiots like that. So yeah, if you're watching out there and you do want to come onto the live chat and you want to be a pain in the ass and offensive and a bully and you want to be vindictive and just be a general twat, then please come on in and I'll just block you, and then we don't have to go through anything ever again. It works for me. I love the block button. That's absolutely fine with me. So if you want to come on, be obnoxious, you'll come on and wind people up, just don't bother. There's no point, because you're going to get literally one message and then I'm blocking you. So that's how that works. So thumbs up, thumbs down. I've kind of gone off tangent here. Thumbs up, thumbs down. After the thumbs up, thumbs down, you see the share arrow. You'll find the save facility, so you can save videos to watch at a later date. You're then going to see the love heart with the dollar symbol in the middle. Manfred Oliveris, good to see you. It's been a while, isn't it, sir? Richard's there. I can see you there on the screen. Bill Derbyshire, good to see you. Zoomer's there. Yeah. Right up the messages. There we go. Checking in for Puerto Rico, 25 degrees. Bet you got your shorts on. Nice, warm and dunny. I think you mean sunny. You've a typing error there. So yes, thumbs up, thumbs down, share arrow, save facility. You then got the love heart in the dollar symbol in a love heart, which is super thanks. Works exactly the same way as super chat. Again, you want to make a contribution to the channel, or you find something on one of the videos you find really useful, you can help me, help the channel, help the video. Super chat, super thanks. Those facilities are there. After those icons underneath the video screen, you're going to find description box. You'll find timestamps from tomorrow about all the different things we talk about tonight. So you can jump through the video at your leisure. You're then going to find affiliate links for the Bass Center here in the UK, vidIQ, Top Cashback, and StreamYard. And then after that, you will find bass-related affiliate links for Thomann and Amazon worldwide. So if you got anything you're going to be, or you're thinking of buying, a bass, amp, combo, pedal, gig bag, strings, cleaning stuff, maintenance bits and bobs, tools for setting up your basses, there are affiliate links there. If you purchase through those links, the channel gets as much, well, I say kickback, it's not really a kickback, we get an affiliate commission. It's literally pence, but it all adds up into a bigger amount. The more you buy, the more we get. That's how that works. And I can tell you, so yesterday we got the new links from Andertons for the Impact affiliate platform. It's all registered, channel's all registered. My job after Christmas is basically to go through over 1,000 videos here on this channel and update all the affiliate links, which is going to be an absolute joy. Please send rations. Cake is gratefully accepted. Cans of cider are a bonus. I'll take some of that. I might as well sit on the sofa with a duvet on and my laptop on my lap and just get started, really. I could be there several months. If you don't hear from me by February, I'm probably still doing the affiliate links. So not only the affiliate links, I've got to go into literally every video and update the social media stuff, and it's a right old job I've got coming my way. So Christmas isn't really going to be a rest, much like last year and the year before. So yeah, so that's all happening. So if you've got anything you want to buy from Andertons, give me a couple of days and I will have the affiliate links ready to go. Then I've got to go into every video and post them up, but I'll put them perhaps on the front page for the channel, and that'll all be up and running. There could be some more affiliate links next year for various retailers as well. Then at the bottom of the description box, you'll find the social media links. You'll find some Facebook, Instagram, Be Real, Reddit, Quora, Discord, and TikTok. And there are Brooks's Bass Corner merchandise affiliate links towards the top of the description box. Got the caps, got the hoodies, t-shirts, mouse mats. You want a mouse mat? Brooks's Bass Corner mouse mat. They're very good. They're there. There's literally 170 products, 15 different designs, and there is a deal on promo at the moment, 20% off until midnight tomorrow night. So you've literally got a day and a bit. So if you want any Brooks's Bass Corner merch before Christmas, 20% off worldwide. Any product in the merch stores. You might be thinking about the Mark King quote shirts, the Lee Sklar, Chris Squire, Nathan East quote shirts. We've got all the merch, the hats, the hoodies, the t-shirts, the whole caboodle. It's all in there, 20% off until midnight tomorrow. So if you've been thinking about some merch stuff, you get 20% off till tomorrow. Right, let's crack on here. Messages. Manfred, any chance to gig again with Bonnie Tyler? No, it was 20 years ago next year. No, I was just a debt. The story behind that, I've told it many times, but I'll tell you again, Manfred, if you've not heard it. So basically, that came out of nowhere. I knew the drummer. We'd worked together on Summit a couple of years before, back in, oh my goodness, 2000, 2001, 2002. And I think around 2002 was when Thomas Lang left as her drummer and Graham took over. So I knew Graham Rolfe. Roger the cabin boy, and Ed Paul is the bass player. He's also the MD. I think he'd been there since like the early 90s, maybe. Anyway, so I knew Roger, and they had Lee Pomeroy, who's the bass player for Take That and ELO, and Anderson Bruford, Anderson Rabin Wakeman. He's the bass player. He's also Rick Wakeman's MD. And he was the dep for Ed. He'd been doing the dep stuff for years. And basically, they were about to do... So Ed Paul, being the bass player, was off to do an artist called Yazawa, who's like the Paul McCartney of Japan. And basically, that tour would happen every year. And the tour would start, I think, like late October through to early December, but they would leave the UK. Some weird reason, he had like the whole band was British. They would go from like September and they'd be there till end of December. So Lee was lined up to do these Bonnie Tyler shows, and all of a sudden, Take That suddenly become a thing again. They got an album out and promo and lots of stuff going on, and Lee wasn't going to turn that down. It's regular work, and it meant he couldn't do the shows, and they were kind of left with like 3.5 weeks before they were about to do, I think it was 1 date in Stuttgart, 2 dates in Melbourne, and a gig at the Vienna Stadthalle in Vienna. And they need to get all the paperwork, the visas, the flights, all of that, because it had all been done in Lee's name, and he wasn't going to be going. And I got a call from Ed. Was it a call? Might have been a message, actually, on MySpace. And he just said, "Are you free on a couple of dates?" I said, "Well, fire the dates at me, and I'll tell you." And he said, as it was, I kind of could do them. And he said, "I need a debt for Bonnie Tyler. Is this something you think you could do?" I said, "Yeah, I can do that." So as long as you send me the tracks. So Ed sent me a CD, which I think the guitarist had put together. The problem was there was no bass on it. The CD had it was a performance. It was made out of different performances, but there was literally no bass in the recording, because I think the mix was from the out front sound, and maybe there was so much bass coming off the stage and the amp and cabs that they weren't putting a lot of it through the system. And I turned up for first rehearsal, and I'd done as best as I could, and I'd had the original songs as reference and what have you as well. And they sort of looked at me and went, "No, you ain't got it." And I said, "What do you mean I haven't got it?" They said, "Well, you're missing all the little fills." And I said, "But that's not what's on the CD." They said, "Oh." And they ran to another song, and it was the same thing. And I said, "Look, maybe you guys need to have a listen to the CD that was sent to me. There's no bass on it." So they had a listen and went, "Oh no, he's got a CD and there's no bass on it." So they said, "Right, here's another recording and here's a DVD. Go home now. We'll see you tomorrow." I was like, "Yeah, okay." And I stayed up till about 4 o'clock in the morning, relearning everything I'd learned and getting all the fills. And everything had to be perfect, had to be note perfect. So a lot of the bass fills were in tandem with the guitarist. Went back the next day, that had it sorted. But I did the shows, and that was it, really. That it was just a stand-in for those couple of shows. So no, those won't be happening again, Manfred. I mean, like I say, next year is 20 years since I did that, so very unlikely I'll ever be asked to do that again. Stacy, and the flip side of that madness was a nice message from the guy whose music you used via the YouTube music options. For every jerk is someone decent and pleasant. Yeah. So we got a very nice comment on a couple of the shorts from, I think his name's Quincas. And yeah, I use a lot of his backing music on the videos. So we've been having a chat today. We're going to try and do some video collaborations over Christmas, hopefully, fingers crossed. Manfred, I'm thinking about purchasing an electric upright, which you recommend as first upright. Richard, your man for that. Warwick Triumph has always been seriously good. Used to own one of the proper German ones. There is something I would recommend. Just bear me a moment. I did a review of one from Bass Direct a couple of years ago. Just bear with me a moment. We want, there we go. I knew it wasn't far away. They are, I think they're called the BSX Allegros, and you basically build it. It comes in several parts, and you build it, but it works really well. They're about £3,000. If I don't know what your budget is, obviously, but if that's something that can work for you, I really recommend one of those. Bill Derbyshire, you like the Ibanez upswing bass? Very good. I'm bringing Richard to stage. There we go. Here we are. How we doing?
Evening.
Evening. How are we doing?
Not bad at all.
Good.
We are surviving.
Through the madness and chaos.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. Absolutely. And I believe congratulations are in order. 5,000 subs.
Exactly. Didn't think we'd get there, but when I said it in August, I was like, we might. We might. And before the end of the year, it wasn't a target. I didn't think it would happen that quick, but the increased shorts throughout the past 6 months seems to have elevated things somewhat. So I did mention last week that it took 5 years to get 5 years and 1 month to hit 1 million views. We're now nearly done 300,000 views in 3 months as of today.
Excellent.
So we hit the million on the 16th of September. We've now done 300,000 views in 3 months.
Very good.
It's getting there. Getting there.
Now we need to push towards the 100,000. So you get the
subscribers. That could take a little while. That's not something I aspire to. Because like I say, I don't think the subscriber number really helps you unless you're after sponsorship, which I'm really kind of not. I see so many creators, especially with big numbers, bemoaning when they have to do sponsorship stuff, and it's like, well, you went after it. But they moan because you've got to kind of, if it's a sponsorship that isn't necessarily in tune with what you're talking about, it makes no sense.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, you're talking about bass and we get a sponsor that wants to sell pajamas. It's like, it's not really going to fit, is it? But there we are. But really for this channel, I think the main thing is sort of views and view time. So that's what I push for. If we get to 100,000 subscribers, well, fabulous. But it's not, I don't sit there asking people to subscribe all the time. Some creators do. I used to on the old videos. I stopped it about 2 years ago because it just turns people off, I think. That's what I think. So any new purchases? Oh, I know there's a new purchase. He might be coming on later on about 9:30. So
not purchased particularly by me, but I'm actually picking it up. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I'm actually traveling down in the morning actually to get that. So
steady with it. It's going to be cold overnight tonight. It's dropping to about -2, -3 down this way.
Oh, joy! Just what we need.
And then the following night it'll be 10 degrees. So
that's right.
Yeah. Manfred, thanks. Yeah, it is. It's mad. Thanks for the info. Not trying to appear as a cheap bloke. That's okay. You're looking for something not over €1,000. I think you're going to struggle. You're kind of going to be looking at a second-hand NS upright, maybe. You can buy them new. Bass Direct here in the UK, just to give you an idea, has a WAV4 double bass at $1,390, and they do come up at second-hand, sometimes around £900. I mean, you're in dollars, so you're kind of going to be pushing it a bit, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, euros. Sorry.
There's the Yamaha as well.
Yep.
Silent bass, is it called?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few things out there. I think at that price, you're going to be looking at the second-hand market, but that's no bad thing. Usually these things haven't been used very much. People buy them on spec, don't use them, and then sell them to release the cash. So you might get lucky and get a near new one second-hand. Just need a bit of canny shopping. Keep your eyes open. Second-hand market, second-hand retailers as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And they do come in. We're about to hit that. Well, certainly here in the UK, I don't know in Europe. We're about to hit that time of year when the musos, the self-employed bunch like Rich and I, we get our tax bills in. And you might get lucky. People free up gear. They need the money to pay the tax bill. You might get just what you want. So just keep your eyes peeled, Manfred. That's what I'd do.
Absolutely.
I think. Let's just have a look. Just check all the stream health is good and everything is working as it should. I've just got a couple of messages there in the community tab. Deaky is so overlooked. Correct. He wrote so many hits, needs to be more acknowledged. Yeah, that's people responding to the shorts on the bass collection. That's all good. Let's just see stream health. How are we looking? Excellent. There we go. Very good. Splendid stuff. So come on in, folks. It's just gone 8:30 here in the UK. Brooks's Bass Corner live chat 144. You got 9 days until Christmas. Get your shopping done. So it's not really a topic. It's a title for this on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So if you're looking for bass presents, you've got a little bit of time, not a lot, but if you're going to go out and physically do the shopping, get yourself to some bass stores or guitar stores. There's plenty of things you can buy for the bassist in your life. There is a video that I did 5 years ago, which is a bit of a Christmas gift guide. Let me just get the link for you, and that might give you some ideas straight off the bat. There we go. There it is. So in terms of visuals, it's a little dated, but you'll get the idea. Okay. So that's that. So I did that while we were in lockdown, while we had a couple of weeks in October 2020 where we were actually physically allowed out of the house. I went up to Bass Direct in Leamington Spa and basically plundered their shelves and brought as many sort of gifts and bits and pieces for bass players home to film a video, and then I took them all back, and that's the video you'll see. So if you're looking for some last minute ideas, that video that I've just put in the live chat window might be of use. But things have changed. We're 5 years on now. Prices have certainly changed, because I know people who've been watching the Christmas video going, you think you can get a set of those strings at that price? You've got to be kidding. So things have definitely moved on. And there is new stuff that's kind of replaced some of the things in that video. I'm thinking next year might be a time to revisit that format and do another updated Christmas gift video. So that could definitely work for next Christmas. There was no time this year. It's been flat out for months. But one thing I will be doing, which was actually going to be planned for this week, but just it's not happened because Christmas is just going mental, was some filming at a bass store in Birmingham and doing, again, not a gift guide, but lots of shorts on products, and this is good, and this, I recommend this, and we're going to do it in January. We're going to spend a day up at oh god, what's it called? Remind me, Stacey. It's good name. Can't remember. It is, oh my word. So I've got dogs barking upstairs. It is, just bear me a moment. It is, just bear with me, folks. I'm just having a Fair Deal Music in Birmingham. There we go. So a good friend of mine, Jay Downs, used to work at PMT in Birmingham. Obviously PMT had now gone, and he's now working there. So we had a little chat and I said, look, we should really do some filming up there. And he said, yeah, come before Christmas, it'll be great. And I thought, yeah, it will be great. But then I've looked at the diary. This week is the only week I could have done it, and we're running out of time before Christmas, so it makes no sense. The videos won't get edited in time. It's too rushed. So I said, we'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do it in January at the very start, just as the sales all kick in. So everyone's got Christmas present money in their pockets, and I can do a whole load of content for you. So that's what we're going to do. So that'll be coming up in the first week in January. So looking forward to doing that. Stacey, you're looking to, no, it's done now. I went into the messenger chat that I've got and worked it out. So it's all good. Hounds, give it a rest, please. They can hear the fox. That's what it is. Bless them. So gigs this week, Richard, what you got?
Spontaneous sort of bandioki gig on Saturday this week coming up. Did a nice job for travelling last Saturday, 400 yards away.
Oh yes, you say. That's the ones brilliant. We like. Those are
absolutely
the ones
brilliant.
We like.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent. Late night, was it?
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah.
Very slightly. Apart from that, I did a depth job last week in, where was I? Just trying to think.
I couldn't tell you.
I did one in Liverpool recently,
right?
And I did one in Leeds. So yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah,
very good.
Up and down the country a bit.
That's it. Keeping you handy.
Yeah,
as we do. Let's see. That's all the messages. That's all good. Bill Derbyshire will be joining us very shortly. Young Bill. Hope you're all enjoying the graphics border we've got going on here. StreamYard has started deciding to offer up media assets for various holidays and stuff. So trying to incorporate. I'm just seeing what else there is. No, that's the wrong one. That's Halloween. Here we are. What's that? Haunted? No, that's all Halloween. Yeah, that's Halloween too. Oh, there we go. Festive border.
The poor turkeys.
Yeah, we'll just go back to that. That's better. That suits me better. Yeah. So if you've got any questions, if you're tuning in, oh, there's Bill flying in. Here he is. Looking.
Hello.
How are we?
Evening, Bill.
Well. How are you?
Rocking and rolling in the free world.
Good old.
While it still
That's
is.
an awful song, that is.
That's not a good tune. Good tune.
If you're just tuning in, Brooks' Bass Corner, live chat 144. I've got these fine gentlemen with us. We're talking bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects, cleaning materials, strings, gig bags, great bass players, albums with great bass playing on, all sorts of stuff. So feel free to come and get involved. Put your messages in the live chat window and we will respond.
So we're all well then.
We see, yeah, I've had a cold, but it's just a throat cold. I didn't have headaches, haven't had all the nose and congestion. Just I felt it. I did an ABBA gig 2 weeks ago, and after that, I might have caught some bugs off a microphone or something because I could feel something in my throat wasn't right, and it was like, not that it was hard to swallow, but you could just get that kind of metallic feeling, and nothing happened. And then I did the ABBA gig last week, same place, and everyone was complaining in the band how dry the air was, dry and dusty. And everyone was trying to blow their nose and nothing was happening. Everyone was going, God, it's so dry, it's horrible. Oh, can't clear the throat properly. And all through last week after that gig, it was like it was getting progressively worse. And by the time I got to Friday, Saturday, it was like my voice had dropped a bit and just throat was really dry. Seemed to have come out the other side of it now, so it didn't become anything worse. It was just that.
A lot of bugs about. My good lady, the free roadie. She's been picking up all the bugs flying around. Yeah, so we've been doing the gigs. I'll come back fine. She ends up getting or whatever. So
there's a lot of stuff, and you're in the gigs and you don't know who's sneezing and coughing their guts up and everything else. It's just
the singer gets really, really obsessional about his mic, and if any drunks coming up in the intervals trying to grab it, he absolutely freaks out. You can understand that.
Yeah. Stacey, fair deal. The place with the £5 parking for 4 hours behind the shop. That's the one. That's the one. I got to check it for me the other day because I got the phone call to say we'll do this, and I was like, "Well, middle of Birmingham, parking."
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, not entirely sure the actual shop has any parking or a loading bay, so that's a conversation I've still got to have with them. But we'll see because it's going to be a day's work, that's for sure. But yeah, something to look forward to in the new year, anyway.
Absolutely.
There we are.
Being the shops seem to be closing down all over the show.
Oh, do they? Just a bit.
There's ones to go to,
Exactly. That was my plan. Give them a bit of support. We used to do review days at PMT, and they were always great because they used to just stick me in a room at the top of the building. We go and cherry pick all the basses off the shop floor, stick them in the room, do the photographer would disappear, go home, and then I would have 5 or 6 hours to do the reviews, and it worked great. And then do you remember they changed location in Birmingham to a different place, and we could never get it sorted out again, and we tried many times. They could never Like we'd say, oh, could we come up and do that day or that? Oh no, something's happening. The new store was like just as big. It was huge. It was again like an aircraft hangar, but they just didn't seem to be that on it. I don't know if it was the management at that point that just didn't want to bother. And Jay and I would say all the time, you know, we could do something here, we could do this, we could do that, and nothing ever came to pass after those initial ones. So I've stayed in touch with him anyway, and I said, look, wherever you're going, if it's something I can feature here on the channel, let's do it. So yeah, the plan was to do something this side of Christmas, but it's so chaotic. Shops are busy, deliveries, stock. I'm busy with gigs, and if I go up there and if I went and did it on Thursday or Friday, I probably wouldn't get those videos out until after Christmas. So makes no sense. Makes more sense to do it when people have got perhaps a bit of money in their pocket after Christmas, and they'll also replenish their gear stocks. So,
I mean, there used to be quite a good PMT in Cambridge, which is from me. That was great when it first started, but you could see the writing on the wall sort of in the last sort of year or so. You'd go in there and it was like a bomb site, and you got
Well, I went and filmed a load of stuff. That was almost 3 years ago. I feel embarrassed to say it. It's actually a video that I'm going to try and work on over Christmas and put it out. And I went to the gallery, I went to Bass Direct, and I did PMT in Birmingham because I was going up to see Young Gun Silver Fox on a gig. So that was January 2023. Nothing like a bit of timely content, Mike. Well done. And I remember going in there, and that was the first time I'd been to that shop after they'd moved, because I think the move happened, it was either during COVID or just as we came out. And I remember going in there, they had so little bass stuff. And yet the old version of the shop had tons. I don't know if you ever went to PMT in Birmingham. It was literally wall hangers full of basses on one side of the store. This new one literally had a couple of Fenders, a couple of Yamahas, an Ibanez or two, and that was literally about it. It was a bit embarrassing. And yeah, I was a bit, well, you're not going to sell many basses if you haven't got any in stock. And yet you'd go on their website and it would say they'd have all this stuff, but it wasn't in stock. It was basically you place an order and we'll order it in. But it was a shame. I like the PMTs. We used to have some good review days. We did quite a few actually.
I bought a bass from PMT in Birmingham. I've gone up, a mate of mine had gone up to get a guitar as a private sale from somebody, and we stopped at PMT on the way, and they had this like bargain bucket 50 quid knackered old Spectre, one of their sort of cheap engine
right.
Performer. And it was a Performer, yeah. And it was 50 quid, and I thought, well, I can't leave it there for 50 quid.
Be rude. Be rude not to buy that.
It was in a bit of a state, and I remember going to the till and saying, yeah, can I have this? And, have you bought from me here before? I said, well, not here, Cambridge. Oh, what's your name? And he got me up on the computer and went, oh, yeah, bought the odd thing. And I'm like, why are you buying this? I said, no, I'll have this. I got it home, cleaned it all up, sold it for 120.
Thank you very much. That's the way you do it.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Quite.
Sold it for a bit more, but somebody was happy of it.
I remember reviewing one of them. God, when was that? That would have been 2012, just before the magazine went down first time. And I thought they were good basses for 300 quid, easily on a par with Ibanez 300 pounders.
Absolutely.
You know. We've got some messages there. Manfred, what about the Stag brand of uprights? And as Richard said, junk. Stag are what they are. That's why they're so cheap. I have played a Stag Precision, funnily enough, at PMT, which was 99 quid, I think, and it was really good. But Stag stuff generally, I think for an upright, if it's your first upright and you're just getting a taste of it, go right ahead because you're not plowing in a lot of money. But if you want something a bit more quality, a bit more substantial, is going to do the job properly, probably Stag isn't your first port of call. But if it's something that you're not sure you're going to want to carry on doing, then by all means go for a Stag because you're not spending much. Go on, Bill.
You should say about Stag, because your friend, Mr. Smith, Nick Smith, Stag Upright.
Yeah. In fact, I think it might still be there. I think his sister might be trying to sell it.
He must have, or he had two, because he came here and bought my old Stag Upright.
Right.
He didn't want the upright; he wanted the stand because he'd broken it. he only wanted the set. But yeah, he came here. He was playing him downstairs in my living room, playing the Stag Upright. And then he went off a happy chap. So he made it sound bloody marvellous.
Well, you know, ledge. You think the reverb clicking is off Bill's mic? Might be. I've got echo cancellation off.
Am I echoing?
We've got like this weird thing going on.
There was a fan going. I've turned that off.
That might be it. That might be it. Manfred, thanks for the advice. Manfred, your other option is cheap double bass. Do the job properly. That's it. It's a case of looking and checking things out. You're probably best off with anything that you're thinking of buying. If you can physically go and play it and try it, that's going to be the best policy. Because if you just buy unseen, unless you're buying something like an NS upright, where they're basically the same.
Solid enough, aren't they? Yeah, that's right.
They're basically the same. Then you could probably buy with some confidence, not playing it beforehand. But anything double bass like, or anything that isn't made by a company that's plowing out thousands of these all the time, I would want to test it before I put my cash on the table.
That's why I think the Ibanez upswing, because that's basically electric.
Okay.
And there, I think you can get them second hand around 699 quid, 700.
Right. Okay.
Come with a stand, gig bag, and everything. You know, so you know they're not like a NS design or like a perk. As I say, I've got one. They make
as I've said to Manfred, just keep your eyes out on second hand.
Hang on, but look at
stores and forums, stuff will pop up. It always does.
Well, indeed, it does.
But yes, so if anyone's out there and you're tuning in, you found this video on YouTube and you're thinking you're not talking about the products much, tell us what your budget is. Tell us what you're looking at. Who are you buying for? And if we can help, and I can point you in some directions for things. If your partner's a bass player and they're saying, I want some stuff for cleaning my bass and I don't know what to get, ask, tell us, and me, Richard, Bill, and the other fine people here on the live chat will suggest what you might possibly need. Russell Zorner, good to see you. Ibanez make a stubby upright. I think that might be what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's right, Bill.
There's also the NSD 5-string double is on the bucket list, though. The demos look awesome. There is good stuff out there. It's I just think it's a case of, if you're going to do it properly, you don't want to lump like $5,000 onto something, but at the same time, sort of a grand to 1,500 is probably a good ballpark figure, because if you find it's not for you and you don't want to do it, chances are you're going to get the bulk of that outlay back. If you go for big money, you're going to have trouble selling it on. Neil Noble, for myself, absolute beginner, budget is 1,000. What, we're talking uprights, Neil? Same thing. So Manfred was talking about €1,000. You're talking £1,000. I think, well, like I say, Bass Direct and the Bass Center. In fact, let's just have a look, see what the Bass Center are charging, because the Bass Center is the UK distributor. And they do get second-hand models or returns occasionally. Let's have a look here. My old mate Barry. Here we go. NS Design. So there's a whole load of different models. There's the Omni bass, there's the Design double bass, and there's the Design electric cello. Let's just go for the double, shall we? We'll take a little look, see what they're charging here. Okay, here in the UK, 13.90, so it's roughly the same price as at Bass Direct, and they go up in price depending what you want. But like I say, Bass Direct do occasionally get pre-owned ones come back in. So let me just see if there's anything there. We want brand is good. We want N. Where are we? NS Design. Here we go. So Bass Direct in Warwick. Well, they've got they've got one, an NXT4 double bass in Sunburst, 950, pre-owned, which isn't bad. Neil, not upright. Oh, what are you after? You want to play Grateful Dead? Okay.
Then big then, isn't it?
Not for £1,000, my friend.
1,000, yeah, I know that.
Not even the cheapest ones now could you get for 1,000. You could. 10, 15 years ago, you would have got an Essence. You might have just scraped that in under 1,000. There was a guy who bought, I think it was an Orion, and it had the crown headstock instead of the sort of sloping headstock, and I was watching it on eBay, and I think he got it for about $1,250, and I really kicked myself. I didn't buy that bass. I really should have. And I was umming and ahhing about it, and the guy that was selling it originally put it up 2 or 3 times, and each time I thought, I don't know, I don't know that's the one I want. I wish I had bought it. Right, so you want to play Grateful Dead? Yeah, you're not going to get an Alembic at 1,000, so give me an idea what sort of bass you want. Is it just Grateful Dead stuff you're going to play? Are you going to do all sorts of stuff? Russell, we've Ibanez Bass Workshop UB804 4-string electric upright bass, $1,200 US, so probably under $1,000 in sterling. Sounds about right. Phil Copping, yeah, my favorite Freddie there. Best Christmas gift for bass players. Here's your list. Noise cancelling earbuds that remove guitarists moaning. That'll never happen. A
That's
t-shirt
brilliant.
with a
I love
working
that.
metronome display on the back for the drummer to see. No, I find, Phil, if you just get a sledgehammer and hit it into them, they start to get it right. Or tickets to see Uncle Funk or Supersonic Queen. Quite right. Next year, well, I'll tell you the dates they need, Phil. The ones you're going to be booking me on as the Dep, of course, because you've already told me. We had that discussion the other week. Let me know. I think you need to have a word with your bass player to get those calendar dates. He's the one booking the flights when he's popping off. So you let me know. Richard's asking what sort of music Neil wants to play. Russell, you'll have plenty of options then. Yep. So Neil, tell us, obviously you're buying a bass for 1,000. I mean, the market is flooded. It's your playground. You can have pretty much most things. Do you want a jazz style bass, as in a jazz bass, not a bass for playing jazz? Do you want a precision? Do you want a jazz? Do you want a Stingray? Do you want something a bit more contemporary? Do you want fretless, 5-string, 4-string, 6-string, acoustic?
Ironing board,
ironing board,
harp,
tree,
yeah,
room,
old
with
tree,
a big string on it. That's it. Yeah. Let us know. And we'll try and help you as much as we can. It might be, well, if you can give me some more information, put some more meat on the bones, Neil, I'll fire some video links into the live chat window for basses that I might recommend to you to check out, so you can have a listen, have a look, see what you think. All part of the service, of course.
There's an interesting question, Mike.
Yes,
Who
mate.
played bass for Genesis?
When? Which period?
Well, all of it.
Okay, from the start up to the early 80s, Mike Rutherford. And from the early 80s through till when they finished, Mike Rutherford and Daryl Sturmer. So Daryl Sturmer is a guitarist by trade, but also does bass. So once they got him on board in the early 80s, actually, no, I think he came on board late 70s, maybe 78, 79. But by the 80s, basically, Mike Rutherford and Daryl Sturmer for different songs were swapping over instruments. But I think by about 86, 87 for the Invisible Touch tour, the only song that Mike Rutherford played bass on was Los Endos. Sturmer did bass on all the rest. So invariably, they've both got a set of Taurus pedals for the low stuff. And Daryl Sturmer just did the rest of the bass play. But on the recordings, obviously, anything that was studio bass, it's all Mike Rutherford. So,
right, yeah.
Did you have certain album or track in mind?
Me.
Hmm.
I was actually going on Neil's point that he says Genesis are an actual favourite as well. So
Okay. I've not seen that. Where's that? Where is that?
It's
Maybe
under
my
me
Windows.
where I
There we go.
suggested
Got it.
jazz
Sorry.
was.
Fender Jazz on the Grateful Dead. Look at Player 2 modified model. Very good. Genesis are a favorite as well. Okay. Well, if you want modern Genesis tones, you will definitely be able to pick up Yamaha TRB4, which is the black and gold bass that Mike Rutherford tends to use. You're not going to get a Steinberger. You could get a Hohner copy. You could have a Steinberger Spirit if you want the sort of small body, headless thing. Going back into the deep, dark, dingy 70s, I mean, he used Alembics for a period, Rickenbackers, Shergolds. They never really used Fender stuff. I never really saw him with a Fender. So, you know, again, I say that, and then that was the bass he was using on the Invisible Touch tour for Los Endos. But generally, their stuff had a bit more meat, a fairly sort of punchy mids in their sound. So, well, think about it. You're trying to get over and under Phil Collins's drumming, 2 guitar players, and Tony Banks doing his best Liberace. So, you know, it's you need a bass that's not only providing bottom end, but you've got it's that whole Bill Bruford thing. And yes, you know, he used to hit his snare drums that came out when bonk, bonks. He had to get over Chris Squire's bass sound and the guitars and the keys and I think Mike Rutherford's bass kind of did that. That's why he kind of went Rickenbacker-ish, I think.
Very good.
But Mike's lovely. There is an interview I did with him in 2019. I've got the audio and I should edit that up at some point. It's not the greatest audio because I had it on mobile phone speaker and recorded it on an MP3 recorder. So it's not ideal, but I might be able to try and clean it up a bit. But it was good interviews. Lovely guy to talk to. Particularly liked his point that he could not locate any of the Alembics he's ever owned. He said they were all in their lockup, and he went to retrieve a load of instruments once and could not find any of his Alembics. They've all gone by hook or by crook. His most recent one they got in the early 90s. And he said, I just don't know where they've all gone. He said at one point I had an Alembic double neck. I don't know where that went. And these things just disappear. How? I don't know. Yeah, I'd be mortified.
I would be crying.
Yeah. But not one, not two. We're talking like 5 or 6. They just sort of upped and went. So I'm guessing it was crew that had access to the lockups. Probably walked
quite
off.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, they want to go and check your bedrooms. People's music rooms.
Personally, I would have just kept hold of the serial numbers because apparently there's only 15,000 Alembics in the world.
All right, okay.
Those things have to turn up sometime, and it's very easy to find Alembic serial numbers. They tend to be dotted all over the bass, usually in the control cavity, underneath the pickups, on the brass plate, over the headstock, all sorts. So, yeah. There we go. There we
Very
go.
Good.
So
Good
what's
info.
coming up for you, Bill? What's coming up over?
Well, I've got a very interesting gig on Friday night because I can't get my dates right. So unfortunately, my
Chippendale's gig.
Sorry?
Chippendale's gig.
Yeah.
You showing your wares?
That's no, but so I've got this gig in Willingham St Germans or somewhere, just outside
It's
Kingsley.
easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going by train.
Right. The missus will be most put out.
That's impressive.
I'm going by train. The guitarist is bringing an amp and that for me because he's got one of my amps because I loaned it to him.
Okay.
After the gig, I'm going to sit in the railway station till 6:15 in the morning. That's dedication.
I do hope it doesn't snow.
I'm sure I can find a bit of cover somewhere. But
I'm
and
sure.
also try not to sort of drop off on a bench because you'll actually be done
these
for
days. Everything's dropping off, I tell you.
Yeah.
Neil Noble, thank you very much for that.
Vagrancy.
Look at that super chat. Look at you. Thank you, Neil Noble. You're very welcome on here. Thank you for that. I just need to go into the old thing there. I need to give that a thumbs up, and that's super stuff. Thank you very much. Bless your heart. If you want to do what Neil just did and gave us a £5 super chat, we can eat this week. Thank you very much, Neil. Bless your heart.
Yeah, so that's me. So I'm traveling light with a very small pedal board and my recently acquired headless sire, which is proving to be one hell of a bass.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Is that the Music Man one?
Stuff.
Oh no!
No.
It's a
Headless.
Sire M6.
Headless.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, it is.
Spoiling your egg, is it?
It's certain other bases have now been relegated because this is so light as well, and active with all the mad controls that it's got, and it just sounds through through my trace and that it just sounds
nice.
Sounds really good.
How much did that set you back?
Well, it cost me nothing because it was a Christmas. Good luck.
Bargain.
It's great.
Well,
you've beaten my £3 bass.
Yeah. No, I've got a three. I've got the 199.
That's your Warwick. That's that.
So it should have been 649, but
okay.
It comes with a really good gig bag and everything, and it's proven to be absolutely bloody amazing.
Superb. That's what you want. Yeah. There are deals out there, and people. The problem is the market is so flooded with stuff, and it's just like, how do you know something's good and it's not, and it might be, but it might not be. You just got to take a punt sometimes, and if it's not, shift it on. But you've clearly done well there. So,
well, it's quite funny because it was. My missus must have been listening to me talking to the guitarist at another gig because he was like, we talk about gear and we nerd out and everything, me and the guitar. And it was a couple of days later, and I said, "What's that bass you were talking to Martin about? Then what's that all about?" So I explained it to her. She goes, "Well, would that be useful?" I said, "Well, fuck me, excuse me. All bases are useful."
That's right. I'll fuzz that one out tomorrow.
I apologise, but
that's all right.
And she said, "Well, show me." So I showed it to her, and bang, she ordered it. So
there you go.
How's that, eh?
She's a keeper, Richard. She's a keeper.
She's definitely a keeper. She's definitely a keeper. Yeah.
Well done. Super. So are you using that on everything?
I tend to, because just for safety sake, obviously not Friday because I'm limited at what I can carry. But I always take a passive bass as well, just in case. In case things go, go a little awry. So I tend to.
They invariably do.
Yeah. So
occasionally they do. That's right.
That seems to be the sort of the bass of choice at the moment. Knocking my personal, like one of my faves, which I had all the accident with, my wax, which was my sort of go-to headless. And I've got a status headless in the case that hasn't come out in about 12 months.
Fender Fetish, thank you very much for that super chat. Look, there is, oh, yeah, bless your heart. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. People are feeling charitable. Bless your hearts. Thank you. Can I reply to that? I can't. There's no option there to reply to that. Why not? Let me see if I can do it from in there. No, can't do it there either. I can't reply to your Fender Fetish, but thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Beat after beats appeared. There we are. Fender Fetish is Andy. So good to see you, Andy. Yeah, right. Neil, this is the best podcast on YouTube. I'm not going to argue with that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Excellent.
Not really a podcast. This is the live chat. The podcast I haven't even launched yet. That's coming in January. So that will be an initial 10 episodes. It's all scripted out. I've got all the paperwork here on my desk. Just got to film it. And they will be 30-minute podcasts, probably going out on, that might be a Monday thing. So we'll have the live chats on the Sunday and the podcast going out on the Monday. I'm trying to remember because I'm trying to work out a new timetable and schedule for content going out on the channel. Everything's changing when we get to January, so keep watching. There's some changes afoot. It'll be all good. I was going to ask you, that site, does it do the thing that the statuses do, the double with the grub screws at the top, so you can use normal string? Stacey Ann, here we go. She's at it, isn't she? Thank you very much, my dear.
Yeah. You can use standard strings on it. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. And also it's fan fret as well. So.
Oh, you're happy, aren't you?
Yeah. That's what the third fan fret in the collection. So. Got the ding
works
wall
for you.
And
do you find it's more comfortable for you to play?
The bizarre thing is because I can sort of
it's turned into a cascade now. Here we go. Beat after beat. Thank you very much. Bless your heart. Top people tonight. They're all in, aren't they? Well done. And while we're hold your point there, Bill. Beat after beat is tearing it up at the moment with his shorts that he's putting out every day. Well, every 2 days, I'm getting notifications from TubeBuddy saying that you're progressing by 10,000 views every day. So you keep plugging away at that, so you'll do very well. Sorry, carry on, Bill.
No, I find them quite easy to play, but like going from regular fretted basses back to thing, there doesn't seem to be a problem. It's
no, I had the same thing.
Yeah, it's just
the same thing.
You think there's going to be a problem, but it really isn't.
That's it. Everyone thinks in their head they think there is. As I said, when you're playing a fan fret bass, when you play a normal bass, you don't stand there looking at the front face of your fingerboard. You're looking at the fret ends and the dots. Position. It's about location. It's navigation. Playing a fan fret bass is no different. You're looking at the end of the frets. That tells you where your fingers need to go. The whole fan fret thing is to coincide with the way your fretting hand, the physicality of it, and your fingers will naturally go at an angle. That's just physiology. You can't change that. We've just been not sold, but the design of the bass guitar is what it is, and we all have assumed that's the only way it could be. Once you start playing a fan fret bass, it's really no different. It's just as long as you use your navigation is by the fret ends, not looking at the front facing, it shouldn't be any difference. Lee Sklar does perfectly well for a man of 78, 79 years old, and he jumps between every type of bass, depending on what his sessions are. Don't ever hear him complaining about it. So,
but no,
it's good enough for him. It's good enough for most of us,
I do think for sort of the money, there's no sort of scrimping on build quality and everything. It's it's for the price. It's.
I think you've got a good bass, sir.
Why? Unless you've got copious amounts of money, or a roadie who's quite willing to buy you extra bits and pieces.
I've never known a roadie buy anything. I can't get them to buy a round in the pub, let alone, buying a bass. But
you need a roadie like mine. She's marvellous.
I say that. Ryan, if you're watching, our sound man with Uncle Funk, he always gets around it. He's a good boy. Ryan, if you're watching, he was on last week. He actually joined in.
Yeah.
Well done, sir. You've been blinded this year. Right, Neil Noble, what do you know about John McVie? In terms of his playing or his shoe size? I don't know what. Sorry, I'm just being facetious. You love music, but you're no expert. I'm learning listening to you guys. That's fine. Well, you're in the good place. Wish to learn bass because of you. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure you've got a trade
hero worship,
sir, because you might need it. The Genesis chat was great. You like Phil Lesh. Okay. Tell me what you want to do with bass. Is it just going to be a hobby? Do you want to do it to play gigs with friends? Do you want to make money doing it? Do you want to turn it into a career? I don't know how old you are. So give me some information and we'll try and guide you as best we can. If I can impart anything that's up here and it helps you on your journey, then just ask the questions and we'll do the best we can. It is a Brooks's Bass Corner Love Fest. How about that? Now I'll put that on my ideas list. Hold on. You had the t-shirt idea last week.
Excellent.
Brooks's Bass Corner Love Fest. BBC. What did she say?
Be careful indeed.
Yeah.
Where and of course to actually whom you actually say that. Yeah.
Exactly. As opposed to a love feast, which is something else entirely. You get super chats because you give great content. That's the plan.
Lovely.
That's the idea. You wouldn't have said that 4 years ago. it was me and literally 4 bits of tumbleweed flying around the room. Stacey, exactly. There's always something to be gleaned from this wonderful channel. Well, that's what we try and impart, you see. Beat after beat, I enjoy your company. I enjoy yours. You come on all my live chats. Thank you very much. Dawson there. Good to see you. Merry Christmas. You like the decorations. Thank you very much. You can blame StreamYard for those. It's just gone 9:15 here in the UK. Live chat 144 here on Brooks's Bass Corner. Coming to you from London town here in the UK. We're talking bass guitars, Bill's new basses. All of that. So carry on. But Neil, fire your questions into the live chat and we'll do our best to help you out as much as we can.
There you go. There's my suggestion for a stocking filler.
There we go.
Every bass player should have one.
They're great because you don't. The lovely thing about those is you haven't got to take the strings off to clean it up, to clean your bass. That goes straight under the strings, around the pickups. Have you got the small one in there as well?
No, because I've had that one a while. I haven't got the little
okay.
One. We'll have to put that
They do a pack that's got that big one, and there's a smaller one that basically sort of slides between 2 pickups. Here he is, Zoomers. You're sort of loitering with intent. Click on that invite I sent you and get on screen, young man. Let's have a look here. Richard, where does the corgi come from? Because she used to own 2 corgis. She used to have 2 corgis.
I did not know this.
Now both passed. Yeah.
Oh, sad.
She now has 2 cats running amok. Do you want to guess their names? Freddie and Brian.
Not corgis.
They're not corgis. No, definitely not. No, the poor corgi, lovely Henry, had to tolerate being bullied by the ginger Tom.
Yeah. Sounds about right. In actual fact, I had a Welsh friend who played guitar mainly, and he had 2 actual cats. The hugest ginger Tom you've ever seen. It was absolutely massive, called It. And a small grey sort of fluffy sort of Persian thing called Woof. It and Woof.
Okay. Clearly an entertaining house to be in. And probably some quite colourful conversations, I would imagine.
Oh, yes. Definitely.
Especially if you preface it with the F word. Yes. Anyway, let's just clean this up for the kids that are watching. So yeah, if you got any questions about bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects, great bass players, strings, cleaning materials, cases, gig bags, albums with great bass playing on, anything you want to talk about, Lewis Wingrove, good to see you, sir. You're in California, break time at work. Good to see you, my man. Hope you're well. Hope everything's good. Been buying some more gear? Lewis used to be our resident pedal expert. Truly, I've never met a man with more knowledge about pedals. Stacey, definitely not the queen, but does love corgis. Had 3 in 30 years. There you go. You see, there we go. There we go. Anyone wanting to join Richard, Bill, and I on screen? You just email me. There's a ticker running along the top of the screen. Email me, brooksysbasscorner@gmail.com. Send me the email. I send you an invite. You click on the invite. You come live to screen. If you don't want to be on the screen by video, but you want to talk so we can hear your audio, we can do that as well. You just sort it at your end that you don't display the camera, but the audio will come through. Dawson saying hello. That's all good. Lewis, you got your 15-inch cab Ampeg. Oh, I bet you'll be rumbling the neighbors over Christmas. Well done. Good work, sir. Good work. Try not to take the plaster off the walls. That would be a good start, I would say. So is anyone looking for anything particular, either in the lead up to Christmas? Maybe you're expecting something in your presents, or you're looking to buy something in the sales after Christmas. Don't forget, we've got NAMM show coming up in January once we get past New Year.
I'd love to go.
So I say we've got the NAMM show. It means loads of new gear comes to market. So there's lots of stuff this year, I think, pending.
I would like a Fender American Professional Classic Precision in faded Sherwood green.
And is that likely to appear?
Might do.
Very
Not sure.
Rid of your Warwick? Have you got rid of the thumb yet, or have you still got it?
We're still trying to sell the actual thumb.
There seems to be a real proliferation of thumbs appearing on the retailers lately. I don't know what's causing this mass sort of clear.
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
I've seen like 5 or 6, and it's been ongoing since September. Like one retailer gets one, sells one, and then another one appears, and then other. And I don't know if this is just a merry-go-round of people buying Warwicks and then selling it to another retailer, and it just being like this perpetual vicious circle.
No idea.
Crazy times.
I think actually generally Warwick's just gone out of, fashion.
No.
Particularly since the sort of new actual ones costed, fortune, don't they?
We
nowadays
noticed it, I think, round about, when was that? 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
And just the whole interest in Warwick just evaporated.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the names that had been so sort of intrinsically linked to them, stopped using them. And so the interest just waned. And for some reason, they thought that was the point. They should like treble the prices.
Odd, isn't it? Really strange.
The problem is if you price stuff too high, it doesn't matter how good it is. And well, I say this, and then you look at Federas and they're like $8,000 and people buy them like they're chocolate bars, But I think with Warwick, I don't want to sound derogatory because this is not what I meant, but they just don't have that wow factor that certain American high-end boutique brands have. Even though some of the stuff coming out of the Warwick custom shop is stunningly amazing. But I just think, like I say, I think the whole association with name players just seems to have disappeared. And I'm just not sure, sort of in the current environment, who you would look to be that player. I know they kind of thought maybe Stuart Zender would resuscitate the brand when he started playing for Amy Winehouse and Mark Ronson, and they came out with that new Zender model, and it was like no one's going to buy that. Really, there's no, unless you're a huge Stuart Zender fan, that's all you listen to. Why would you buy that? You wouldn't. The connotation was with Jamiroquai on their sort of first 3 albums, not the stuff with Mark Ronson. And then you see him playing with Mark Ronson. He's got old vintage instruments, not Warwick's, but there we go. Lewis, 2 10s and a 1x15, 700 watts Venture series. Good. How are you getting on with that? That's it. Stacey telling blast them out. Your new pedal is the Earthquaker Devices Pyramids. Sounds great. Zuma commenting on the fact you can hear the dogs going nuts. Beat after beat. Yes, I can hear them by the back door. Yeah. I may have to just quickly go and let them out. But what I will do, we'll take a little breather. Let me, I'm just trying to think if I've got a video I can put on here. Just bear with me a moment, folks. I'm just having a little look. Oh, video clips. Let me just add a little video, and this will just keep you occupied for 2 minutes while I
doesn't trust the ruin his
it's not that. I'm just trying to keep people's interest. Let me just
while indeed the cat's away, the mice will play. Yes,
that sort of thing. So let me just find a slightly longer short that gives me enough time to go and sort the dogs. Completed videos. That's a good start. Hold on, I think someone might be home. Just bear with me a moment, folks. I'll let you two gents have a natter. Just bear with me a moment.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Oh, Richard's gone. Well, here I am on my own. Looking into... Oh, he's back again.
Not for long. I return.
What's this other bass that you're going to collect from somewhere tomorrow?
I'm going to collect a one-off Status S2 Classic Black Beauty tomorrow. So,
right, very. Is that
with
private sale,
red LEDs. So yeah,
very nice.
Yeah.
Is that
that was quick?
I am quick. The other half has returned from her curry out, so she's dealing with. There's Andy Stratford, isn't it? There we go. Look at that. What a fine bunch of lads we got there.
How are you doing? Okay.
Yes. How are you?
Not bad.
Wrong one.
There we are. How did you get on with those videos I sent you?
I sent about 2 or 3 of them. It was really good, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
First of all, didn't work on Windows Media Player, but I've got another bit of software that the audio it didn't play the audio for some reason on the Windows, but it's fine now.
The player I use is VLC Media Player.
I want VLC, yeah. I've used it a lot.
Okay. If you go into that and then go to, actually, let me tell you, so if I fire this up, if you go to Media, which is the first option, and then click on Open Multiple Files, then go to Add and go into the directory where you've put those files. Files. You can add them in there, and they'll just run song after song after song.
Oh, brilliant! Okay, brilliant. Thank you.
That's all right.
Yeah,
you found it interesting?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, sound of it through my roadcast interface is brilliant. If you want it in headphones, actually nice, bassy and lovely.
There you go. I did those recordings. That was for Chris Childs when he was depping for me.
Really?
So I had to do some videos. We didn't have a lot of time, so I said, look, I'll do a video of me playing to the track, and I'll include a video from the gig, so you can actually see it in context with the rest of the band and what's going on.
Yeah, of course.
So that's how they all appeared. You'll be back in 5, young Richard. Very good. There's Stacey. Beat after beat. Well, that only took 30 seconds. I'm a quick mover. Don't you worry about that. Andy Stratford's in the hoos. Yes, he is. Yes,
hello.
He is. So thank you for all those super chat donations, folks. Very much appreciated. Bless your hearts. Thank you. Super stuff. I do appreciate all that. It helps to push the channel when you do super chat, super thanks. It's not just great for me and the channel in terms of I can pay for the various bits and bobs. It actually, the algorithm suddenly perks its ears up and goes, oh, people like this video, right? Well, we'll push it even more, and then we get more bass players coming in on the chat. and it's good for the videos, good for the channel. That's how all that works. And in actual fact, let's just very quickly, let me just check how we're doing on the analytics. We have got nearly 1,000 views tonight on this live chat already after an hour and a half. So thank you very much. Thank you to all you fine people out there, and all the new subscribers, and all of you that pushed it over 5,000. We're on 5,013 subscribers. We've had a couple while we've been doing this live chat. So thank you very much. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome. Come on in. We're talking bass guitars, everything to do with bass playing. So if we can help you in any way, please ask. Feel free to ask questions. That's what we're here for. It's how it all works. It's all good. So what's Andy been up to? How's things with you?
Not too bad. Just getting together the dosh for the subsidence thing coming up. Got to pay the service charge as well. Yeah, there's a service charge in January as well, so I've got to find. But it's all going to be okay.
Good job, sir. Good job. Neil Noble, you're an absolute beginner. That's okay. You're very welcome here anyway. I want to play as a hobby. Very good. But I hope to become band standard. Something to aim for. You're 52 years old. Well, I'm 53, so I'll beat you by
60.
I say, 16.
Yeah, 16, yeah. Going on
16?
34, yeah.
Right. That paper round must have been hard. Anyway, right, Neil, you're 52 years old. Your influences are Phil Lesh and Mike Rutherford. Very good. Your budget is 1,000 to 1,200. We all love this. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, there are loads of options in that price range. So kind of, there's lots of basses you could buy that will fit into that bracket. So kind of give me an idea. If you can give me some more bass players that you like, or genres of music. So do you like prog? Do you like funk? Do you like soul, pop, rock, jazz? What floats your boat? I'm presuming you're not that much into metal. So that kind of takes that thing out of the running. Do you want so whenever I try and help people with this question, it's good to know who people's influences are. So you've given me two there. Give me an idea of some albums you like, maybe some other bands that you like. And then it comes down to, do you want a Fender Precision type bass with a split coil pickup? Do you want a jazz style bass, as in a Fender Jazz, which has got two single coil? Sorry, try and get my fingers on that one. Two single coils, which is a different tone again. Do you want humbucking pickups, which are quite kind of big sounding, full bodied, throaty gumption bass sound? Do you want a mixture of that? Do you want 4-string, 5-string? Do you want headless, headed? Have you got a particular finish you like? Do you want it to look wooden? Do you want it to look like a solid color? It's a lovely picture of Andy's wrist and hand there. Super stuff.
That's better.
So give us some more meat on the bones, Neil, and then we can kind of suggest, because I could recommend you a bass for every pound in that £1,000. It's horses for courses. But obviously, if you want something that's kind of Phil Lesh like, Phil Lesh generally played alembics, and you're not going to get an alembic for $1,000. The cheapest you'll get an alembic for these days is about 1,800, maybe more, and you're looking at the bottom end of alembics.
You not play sort of big semi-hollow things before? Was it always alembic?
Yeah, guilds.
Yeah,
guild Starfires.
Yeah.
And actually those basses are what he then gave to Alembic to fit all their stuff, and then they all went, scrap that, we're going to build you basses from scratch. Yeah. So I mean, you can always look at things like Jack Cassidy basses.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that's the remnants of the cold disappearing. But yeah, so kind of I can suggest basses that might look like what those two bass players use, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to sound like them. So in terms of education, so split coil pickup is what you generally have on a Precision. Let's see if I've got one to hand. I have. Just bear with me a moment, folks. we can do this with physical examples. So, and I can do it really well. Perfect. Here we go. Right. So here's an example of a jazz bass style. Okay. Oh, got too many straps there. There we go. So you're looking at that. So that's 2 single coil pickups. Okay. It's a Betsy bass. If you want something like that, that'll cost you about 750 quid. New. You can get them second hand for about 550, 600. So then let me get you a split coil bass. And actually, while I'm at it, so we were talking about humbuckers, if you can still hear me. So if you're talking humbuckers, this is a Stingray. It's a big old humbucker. So basically, it's like 2 single coils in 1 unit, but a very different sound. So that's a Stingray, if you want a Stingray kind of thing. Lots of options in that field. You can go for the cheaper end of the range, or you can buy second hand. Brand new, you're looking at probably close to £3,000, which might be a little excessive. Okay, let me get a split coil bass here. Here we are, that'll do the job. So this is a split coil. So this is generally what you get on a P bass, precision bass. This is a G&L. That's a split coil. But all 3 of these pickup formats sound extremely different from each other. So that's why I'm asking if you have a preference, or if you have certain albums you like, or certain bands, or certain other bass players, that might guide you in the tones you want. For example, if you wanted to sound like Flea, you probably wouldn't buy a precision type bass. You'd probably buy a Stingray, which would be the cheapest option, or a Flea Jazz. So all of those things sort of go into the melting pot. So yeah, if you can give us some more information, Neil, it's all cool. We'll try and guide you as best we can. You're back.
I am indeed, yes.
You are. Very good.
I'm reading.
You're reading. Very good. Okay. Zuma, if he's in the UK, I think that Betsy is a solid option. It is. You like prog, so Lesh Rutherford, Dave Pegg. Dave Pegg used to use Ibanez's. Fairport Convention, Headed. I like Deep Tone, Peter Hook. Okay, New Order, Phil Lynott. Okay, I think you're probably looking, I think to cover most bases, you probably look at something with a PJ. So maybe a bass with a split coil and a single coil. Your ideal sound would be low and deep, like 70s Genesis. We got to remember Genesis always used on top of the bass guitar, they would have a set of Taurus pedals, which are set up like a piano in terms of the keys. And basically it was like an octave down from the note, and it's set up like part of a keyboard. So you have the white notes and the black notes, but they're all on pedals, and they would reinforce the bass end with those. To be fair, I think you could choose pretty much. That's a fairly good spread of bass players. I mean, Phil Lynott only ever played split coil basses, apart from I think it was an Ibanez that he had that was then fitted with a Roland pickup. Lord knows what he thought he was going to do with that. But there we are. So yeah, maybe that, or even a bass with 2 humbuckers. I don't think you really want to go down the Gibson route. There's plenty of Fender options there. You can look at Ibanez. There's loads of possibilities there. So go on.
There's a new range of more affordable Sadowskis that you can get at a PJ configuration.
Yeah, a cheaper end Spectre, maybe a Legend. That might be a good bet. Zoomer has a point. Maybe a bass center Betsy. The bass center, I mean, there's the Neil Murray basses, which have got split coils and humbuckers, which are coil tappable. That's a possibility. Have a look on the bass center site. And in fact, if you found something on there that you liked, we have affiliate links here in the description box of this video. So if you click on the affiliate link, go through to the bass center site. In fact, let me just get that out there. Content, there we go. And you want description box, you clown. Here we go. Anytime today, YouTube would be good. There we are. Thank you very much. So links here. I'll put this in. There we go. And any of the links you click on there, if you go through and buy something, we get an affiliate commission. So if you find a bass you think, oh, that's what I want, there you go. Oh, it's mashed up the links, but anyway, you'll get the idea. Or I can, if that's too confusing, tell me and I'll put them in individually. But so you've got on the Bass Center, you've got their own range of basses. You've got the British Bassmaster series, which are the signature basses as well. You've got the power bass, the jive bass. It's a whole load, actually. There's so many. So much stuff on their site. Hold on. You got the jive bass, power bass, the Powerhouse, which might be a consideration. So the Powerhouse is actually one of their precision basses fitted with Martin Sims super quad pickups. Now you can have super quads retrofitted to any bass. So if you found a bass you wanted, you can have these pickups put in. But if you wanted to go via the Bass Center, you can have one of their precision basses. And basically these pickups are fitted, and those then allow you to have all the different permutations of split coil, single coil, and humbuckers all in one unit, and you can just switch between them as you wish. At the moment, they are priced at $995, which sounds about right. The pickups themselves are about 650, I think. So then you're paying about $250 for the bass, which some people can't get their heads around, but the pickups are such a work of art that basically that gives you a bass with 3 different types of pickup in 2 positions. So the permutations tonally are out there. I've got a bass fitted with them here. They're astounding. If you want to check out what they can do, let me just get you a link for that would be the Lodestone. I've got a demo video here. Here we go. Here you go, Neil. Check this bass out. So if you like the idea of this, don't worry so much about the bass. Worry about what the pickups do. It'll give you an idea. So you can switch between them and have all different possibilities. Second generation Sire P8. Yeah. There's loads of Sires. I mean, you can get a second-hand Sire for well under 400 quid. But I don't have a lot of playing experience with Sires. Not had many to test. I've never even written a review of one, so you would need to go exploring on that front. But it's all good. If you want to join me in these the 3 Musketeers, email me at brooksysbasscorner@gmail.com. Send me an email. I'll send you an invite and you can join us on screen, or you can join us by audio if that's your preference. It's all good. You notice we've not had any spanners on tonight, which is quite good.
That's just opened the floodgates, hasn't it?
No,
it is in.
They're hiding. They're too busy.
Spanner-free zone.
Spanner-free zone at the moment.
I must admit, it's quite funny when you do press that button.
It is.
Womble them out.
Well, that. But that isn't even half as funny as this. Hassan Iqbal, what is this? It's a strip show, can't you tell? Idiot. sorry. Well, I mean,
Okay,
I don't want to
so
be rude.
shall
Yeah,
we go?
exactly. Yeah, I know where that's been. Thanks,
That's
Hassan.
right.
This is a bass channel. I know you've probably come in off of a short feed, a vertical live stream feed. We're talking bass guitars, my friend. Bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects. We're all bass players. If you want to join in the conversation, feel free. If you're here for cooking, we're not doing that. That's next week. So yeah. The best bit of that video is you chuckling away to yourself, Bill. That's...
Well, it made me laugh, especially when he started waving his pink bloody.
Oh, he loves that. That's now in my garage. He keeps saying, "Oh, you should take that out on the Uncle Funk shows." Have you smelt it? I'd not. That would melt trees. It's crazily smelly. You know, it's not going anywhere near my gig bag. I can assure you. I get enough grief walking around in black lycra and feathers. You think I'm wearing a pink bass strap? Got another thing coming.
Did show my good lady a clip of that. She went, "Show me this Uncle Funk thing," and I said, "There he is," and she went, "Every night." Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
of course he does.
We'll be doing festivals up your way next year. Don't you worry.
Oh, we'll be there.
Remind me what the biggest town is near you.
Cambridge.
Well, that's mad because we do loads of gigs, literally like 10 miles south of Cambridge.
You've done some private ones, sort of literally in the state where I am.
We do loads of stuff. Most of the band is based around Bishop Stortford, so we're on that sort of Hertfordshire, Cambridgeshire corridor. I mean, we were at Sawbridgeworth the other last week, and then this weekend we were in Hoddesdon.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hoddesdon.
Well, we're a village of Melbourne, which is just outside. Royston, 10 miles down the road from Cambridge. So
yeah. Oh well, you'll have to come down when gigs don't clash.
Yeah, absolutely. When I'm not sat in a railway station, that's
well. I'm expecting. Is that Friday night or Saturday night?
It's this Friday night. Yeah, I shall be.
Well, I might just do. just for you. What time do you think you're going to be sat in the railway station?
Well,
it's got to be late.
We'll wrap up by the time we get back to King's Lynn, from wherever we go.
Nothing good ever came out of King's Lynn.
Yeah.
Don't say Steve Overland because that's most definitely not a good thing.
So I'd probably be sat there about 3 o'clock in the morning.
I might just do a late night live chat, just keep you entertained. Because I've not got a gig Friday night. I've only got one gig now left. So one gig between now and the end of April. Shocking, really.
The annoying thing is the guitarist who's picking me up from King's and taking me to the gig. He lives in King's Lynn in a 4-bedroom house with him and his missus and nobody else. I'm waiting to be invited to stay the night, but I ain't going to push it.
No, you don't want to do that. You don't need that sort of negativity in your life, frankly.
Because I think it'll be much more fun sat in the railway station.
Oh, yeah. There'll be a lot more entertaining things to watch.
Yeah.
There'll be a couple of good beat-ups. Some poor woman screaming about her ex-husband. Probably.
I'll wrap the gig bag, wrap the handle of the gig bag round me throat.
You might want to stick yourself in the gig bag, zip it up, you see where you end up. Up in Warrington or somewhere, got on the wrong train. I think it's a mail bag.
It'll be all right.
It'll be fine. Just get your bass layers on. You'll be fine.
Worse thing to get to gigs and what have you.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I always enjoyed being stuck on the M1 at 5 a.m. when a tyre blew out in a van. That was cracking. That, yeah.
This is
halcyon days.
I wish I had learned to. I mean, I have done. I've got a motorbike license. I've actually done gigs with guitar on my back and my amp strapped to my petrol tank. Full combo.
That looked like a tank. Something out of Wacky Races coming down the road.
It is. I mean, you go past like the police and the lay-by, and I think they just look. This guy's a lunatic.
Yeah, we're not even going to go there.
That's the prime sort of good selling point for a nice headless bass. Because at
That's
least
it. There you go.
you're a little bit more aerodynamic as you're going along.
You need a status streamline. That's what you need.
I tell you, I've always wanted one of them, and
Oh.
I got to play one once at a guitar show in London, and I should have, one of them things, I should have just bought it. But I think I couldn't buy it because it was actually being held for somebody else on the stand. And I will, if one ever comes up, I'm gonna jump all over.
Well, I've had a couple of shorts running over the past couple of days from the connection.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
And I've had multiple messages from people going, "Tell me when you're selling it. Tell me when you're selling it." It's like, well, I'm not selling it, but obviously there will come one day when I probably will. But with everything that's happened with status, it's you can't have them made. So secondhand market it is. And I wonder if they should consider doing a wooden version of those, because he'd probably sell quite a few.
Yeah, I think you would. Yeah.
To be fair, there's definitely a market for those. And now you've got the Dingwall headless on its way as well.
That does look a little bit. Yeah, that does look. Not sure about the little wings at the top for it to hang. I get the point.
Yeah,
but I'd rather just have a little bit of little wood like you do on the sire and the hills.
We'll see. Well, they'll be launching that at NAMM. That's obviously their big thing for next year. So we'll see how that all goes.
I must admit, if the Streamline did come up, I would be possibly trying to chop the old GP status in for one, believe it or not.
Well, Bass Brothers had a couple like 18 months ago. At one point, they had two. Some guy had them made and they were coloured, like a blue one and a pastel pink, I think.
Yeah,
and,
they were. I really would prefer to just have the graphite black one like your good self, and LEDs would be a bonus. But I think I would be prepared to. I can't believe I'm saying it. It'd probably sell my status GP vintage to fund it.
You had a Streamline, didn't you, Rich?
I had 2 of them actually.
You're just greedy.
That was good time. That ping.
I was.
That was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ping.
Yeah.
3. Yeah. And why didn't you keep them?
I sold the last one with the white LEDs in it because I wasn't actually using it.
Okay. So it's not a real question. So you own 3 of them, and was it always a case of buy one, sell it, then bought another one and sold that? And
yes.
So why does that happen? Because I've never experienced that where I've bought something, sold it, and then bought another one. If I buy something and I sell it, my mind's made up. I don't want another one. Although he says that, and the JD's in the rack. But in terms of the Streamline, I can see. I mean, having owned one, it's not my first port of call to pick up. There's certain elements about it that drive me a little mad, but it is what it is. And for the role I bought it for, which was as a travel bass, so I didn't have to take a big bodied bass with me. It suits that requirement. So what about it made you sell it and then buy another one and sell it again and then buy another one?
I sold the original one to fund the one with the white LEDs in it.
Right.
And I had that for a few years. It was really, really good with the LEDs actually for I used it on pro pantomimes. So and I only got rid of it.
Thank you very much, Robbie.
Because I was offered a very good deal on a Stingray. So which I bought in about 2013. So
okay. Ronnie Gray, thank you very much for that. Gents, what replacement bass tuners do you guys recommend other than Hipshot for a Stingray?
Goto tuners.
I'd say the same.
Really, really good.
There's also a company called, right, just you're going to have to bear with me for 2 seconds here because I've got to try and find what the name of that company is. And I know someone else here on the live chat recommends this company. So just bear with me a moment. I need to go into my Bass Guitar Magazine features. I wrote an article on this company. Just bear with me a minute, see if I can find it. Come on. There is a company and they make these machine heads that are to the nth degree, possibly the best machine heads ever. Like the gear ratio is off the charts. I'm just trying to find the article. I wrote it in 2019, so, and it doesn't come under my other features. No, it's not that, is it? Bass amp reviews, blank sheet, no feature, but no. Oh, future contracts. No, it's not that, is it? Gear picks, guitar bite idea. Right, I'm gonna have to just have a look here. I can't find it. I think they began with Q, bass machine heads, and they were like really high ratio. Machine heads, high ratio. And I wrote the review on them. They were amazing. Graph Tech, there we go. I think they were Graph Techs. Here we go. BO ratio bass machine heads. Bax Music sells some. If you're in the US, you'll be able to get them. They use a unique gear ratio for each string to provide consistent, precise tuning, meaning one full turn of the knob, pardon my French, sorry, always yields a specific note change, like one whole tone, eliminating over-tuning common with standard same ratio tuners, which makes tuning faster and smoother across different string gauges. Standard tuners often use a single lower ratio, while high ratio tuners offer much finer control for accuracy. So they are a little more expensive, perhaps, but not astronomically so. Thomann have got a set at 106 quid. But yeah, those were the ones I meant. Graphtech PRB 4401, I think.
Look at him.
They do different styles, so there are some that, yeah, I'll let you go looking for those. But thank you very much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Real Guitar Shredder. Hey, good to see you. Ronnie Gray, appreciate that. Going to be looking into these. Cool. Don't forget, NAMM's coming up in January. Lots of companies that do hardware will be displaying their wares. So there may be more options once we get past January. Neil Noble, what do I think about John McVie? I didn't answer that today. Richard, was that you about to ask something?
Yes.
Go on.
I was actually thinking the tuners on the Stingray specials, the actual really thick ones.
They're the new style, yeah.
Okay.
They're new style. So in 2018, when they're in-house parts. So
oh, right. Okay.
when they redid the whole Stingray, the pickups, circuit, bridge, bolt, attachment, compensated nut, string tree, the machine heads were also reduced in weight. It was a new design for them. There's probably something in my review about them in 2018. Basically, they're made for Music Man to their specs. So they, between the pickups, the bridge, and the tuners, they reduce the weight by something like a kilogram and a half across the whole instrument.
So they changed from steel to what? Alloy? Titanium?
I'll tell you. Hold on. Let me go into the review. Right, we don't want that. We want that. Bass Guitar Magazine, bass reviews. Ernie Ball. Where's it gone? Oh, I've called it something else, haven't I? Let me go down to Music Man.
see that nice Music Man they had in Bass Direct that they just sold in the like the green and blue and purple.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
lovely stuff there.
What a nice bit of
Saw
kit.
that one.
Yeah.
I'm just having a look here. Let's have a look at the weights. I'm sure I wrote in the review what had changed. So the overall weight of the 4-string came down to 4.1 kilograms, which doesn't sound like a huge amount. And the 5 came down to 4.1 kilograms.
Yeah.
So let me just see if I wrote in there. Sensible powers. Both inch. Oh no, that's the same. New sculpting. That means, because this bridge is now smaller and lighter, while the elephant ear machine heads are now significantly reduced in terms of weight and mass. Electronically, the bass now sports neodymium magnets in the pickups, reducing the weight further. Increased headroom. The preamp is now an 18-volt system compared to standard 9. Roasted maple necks, fingerboards, 3. Yeah. Although both basses show a minor degree of headstock bias in the balance stakes, both basses balance perfectly when placed on straps. Although surprisingly, with the weight reductions of the new hardware and pickups, both instruments still weigh in at just over 4 kilograms. Playability is unaffected, though, and both basses draw the player in much the same way that they always have, which is why the Stingray is so popular the world over. Right, let me have a look at the hardware. Chrome hardware, Music Man ultralight machine heads. Wouldn't surprise me if they were made by Hipshot for them.
Yeah.
Have a look on the Music Man website. It might say. And the bridge is a Music Man unit as well. But bearing in mind how many of these they're going through on the production line, wouldn't surprise me if they got either they're being built themselves or they're just using a hardware manufacturer and restamping them with their details on them. We'll come back to the John McVie thing in a second. Real Guitar Shredder, guys, I'd asked a question a long time ago but didn't get an answer. That's okay. There are some remastered songs which are in Spotify and Apple Music. They are different from the original songs. An example is Megadeth's Prince of Darkness, where a small violin section is missing in the ones available in Spotify and Apple, but you can listen to the original in YouTube. Remaster, I can understand, but to change a song, what do you think? Okay, guys. And Ronnie Gray just got done upgrading your Sterling Ray 5 with an Aguilar AG5M, a John East MMSR Stingray replacement preamp, which is a fabulous preamp, and an all-bridge bridge. Very good. Don't know regarding the remasters. Bear in mind what's up on YouTube. Is that going via their official sites, their official channels? Small violin section is missing. Sometimes these things get amalgamated from different releases. Sometimes an album that's released in Japan will have slightly different versions of a song. Sometimes it can just be 5 minutes off the ending, 5 seconds off the ending. It might be 5 seconds off the start. There might be a slightly all different mix on certain instruments within that song. Couldn't tell you. You'd need to get in touch with the people that run their channels. But if those are songs that have been uploaded just by fans, again, it could just be a different mix or a different version on an album or a release. You know what bands are like with their remasters and expanded versions of albums and stuff, and suddenly a new version that might have been the demo that recorded on the 12th of December in Hackney Wick, that suddenly that's on the album. So you get those things. But I don't have a definitive answer for you. When I used to work with the two guys from FM, when they started to go back out as FM, and they were dealing with loads of things like remasters and expanded editions and new versions of this, and started going back through old demos to find versions of songs that they could use as padding on re-releases and what. Some of this stuff you forget that you've even done it, and they were finding demo tapes and mini discs and all sorts of things going back years and years and years. So a lot of bands keep all this stuff and they master it for well, they don't know what at the time, but as long as you've kept like the vault, and every band has a vault, there's things in there that you can put out. You know, this is a version that's never been made publicly available. Level 42 do it all the time. Some fans think they've got everything that band has ever released. There are occasional mixes, special editions, extended 12-inch mix, disco mix, you know, the Fisherman's Friend mix, and all those sort of things. And they just in the vault, and we haven't put this out before, right? Well, we put that out then. And those sort of things happen, but I don't have a definitive answer for you. Got to remember, big artists on Spotify, they're just generally, I guess, putting their entire back catalogue up and seeing what works and what doesn't. The original cassettes of the violin section. Well, again, cassette versions sometimes could be different from a CD. And that was a reason for record companies would have for fans to buy the vinyl, the cassette, and the CD. Triple whammy. More money. Richard, you got an Aguilar equipped Stingray 2. You've got the pickup and preamp sound. There you go. Beat after beat, you got the Prince, the Vault CD. I've got tons of Prince stuff, and this stuff. I mean, God, there's so much. It's still coming out. It's going to be coming out for years and years and years. Right, gents. John McVie. What thoughts?
Love the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, rated, I think, really. You know, I mean, he wasn't the most complicated player, but everything he did was just right as it should be. You know, I remember seeing a review when they reviewed the album, and they were like mixing up his parts and stuff, and it just sounds huge. You know, but yeah, I've always put him in like my top 3 myself.
Oh, wow, that's high praise.
Yeah, absolutely, I
remember having one of the interviews I did with Mark King was the morning after he'd gone to see Fleetwood Mac the night before, so it was 2015, and he was having a chat that the guy he'd gone with, and clearly they had like VIP box, blah blah blah, and the guy was going, John McVie, he's not you, is he? And Mark said, well, hold on a minute, he doesn't need to do what I do. Just as I don't need to do what he does. But what he does is totally perfect for what that band requires from their bass player. I couldn't go and do what I do in that context because it just wouldn't work, wouldn't fit. It'd be totally out of place. But what John McVie does for that band, and you've got to remember the drummer he's playing with, who again, Mick Fleetwood is no Dave Weckl. He's not Dave Garibaldi. It's not Omar Hakim, he's Mick Fleetwood. So you, as a rhythm section, they totally fall into that, Bill Wyman, Charlie Watts thing, Roger Taylor, John Deacon thing, Mike Rutherford, Phil Collins thing, Neil Peart and Geddy Lee. They're rhythm sections that created their own thing. If you mix and match the players in that duo, it'd be a totally different animal. Total different. Think of another bass player. Take Darryl Jones out of the equation, but think of another bass player that would have played like Bill Wyman, that would have complemented Charlie Watts' playing.
No.
They were.
Isn't there a story that when they were recording Tusk, John McVie was out on his boat somewhere, and they'd got some other bass player to sort of do the studio work. And they sent the stuff out to him, and he basically recorded it on his boat. And they said,
right?
Yeah, and he sort of, and it was just they went, yeah, that's it, that's what we needed. It's. I've always thought he didn't get the credit that he should get.
I don't know how much of the material he wrote or contributed to. It may well be he just came in, waited till the tracks were done, or wait till the drum tracks were done, came in, played his parts, and pardon my language, pissed off. But I don't know. I mean, I haven't read an interview with him probably since about 1992. 93. Just doesn't tend to do bass mag interviews. I don't ever remember him being in BGM. He might have been in Bassists. I could look that up, but Yeah, because he's not Flash. It is he plays for the band. He plays for the song, and I don't know. There's nothing Flash there to kind of sell him, but yet in one of the biggest bands of all time in terms of sales.
And
You
didn't
know,
he
and
record?
Very true.
over the last 15 years, certainly up until COVID, huge resurgence in their popularity. You know, how many young female singers now think they are Stevie Nicks? I mean, and they will always sing Fleetwood Mac songs.
Yeah, it's true.
Didn't he record Dreams on an alembic fretless,
Recorded the whole of Rumours on Alembic
but with a metal
with a metal chrome fingerboard. Good luck with that when it gets cold.
Yeah.
Lovely. Yeah.
And it had, I think I don't know if it's the same bass, but something about it being a rotating fretless board. Something I can't remember. There's something strange about it. Anyway, Google's your friend on that respect.
He's actually got writing credits with Christine McVie, Mick Fleetwood, and Stevie Nicks and Lindsay Buckingham.
Yeah,
and
I think Rumours because it was
80.
such a melting pot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's got this far actually, because he was quite a boozer and a drug taker. So he's probably quite happy putting his feet up. I know Mick Fleetwood keep going, oh, we're going to go back out, and we might go back out, and people want to go back out, and people want to see us. But at 80, really? I'm 53, and sometimes I think I'm quite happy just putting my slippers on and walking the dogs. You know, it's hosting striptease shows here on Brooks's Bass Corner for Ahmad Iqbal, or whatever his name was. Hassan Iqbal, that's it. He hasn't shown his face since. I think I might have put him off. Can't imagine why. Ronnie Gray, yes, talking about the Stingrays with Aguilar. The tone is so sweet and crisp. Quite. It's 10 past 10, gents. We'll go for another 50 minutes or so. I've got an early start tomorrow. I've got to get my mum to the doctor's. It's going to be a lovely event, that. But yeah,
Harley Street.
Good.
So Harley Street.
No, you got to be joking. No, down near you, actually. No, down between Portsmouth and Southampton.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
It's all
Busy
right,
old
Jake.
day.
I'm gonna
You're off,
dip out.
are you? You're
Yeah.
going to get some sleep before you have to do your sleep-a-thon
No.
at the railway station.
I've got to go and prepare a bit of food for the worker. You know, for
Okay, quite right too.
the good luck. He'll be in from work about 10:30.
Excellent.
Still send her out, and I sit here all day. And they play.
I'm saying I'm not commenting. I'm not getting in the bad books. That's for you to deal with. All right, mate. Well, thank you very much. Hopefully, see you next week.
Yeah, I'll let you know how my little sit out.
I might do a live chat
Yeah.
Friday night. You might just find we're live. We're going to get Bill on location. Because that's the other thing, you see. If you're talking to us on screen, no one's going to come and attack you, because they know people from all around the world are watching.
Phone out of my handle, the iPad out of me. Right, be good, everybody.
All right, mate. Take it
Cheers,
easy.
guys. See you
See you
soon.
soon, Bill. Take it easy, mate. Bye-bye. And just like that, he pops off.
Indeed.
There we go.
And I'm up early, of
to
course,
the-
tomorrow because I'm meeting
Yes,
some
you're
chap
going
called
down to see
Andy.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't
Yeah.
forgotten Andy, have you?
No, I haven't. No, it's very important that I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we are. There we
Yeah,
are. Anyway,
Hang on.
no,
Yeah,
go on.
but John McVie, I was thinking of 70s and 80s Formula One, the chain.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Made a few bob on that.
Yeah, but
They all did.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
They all did. Tell us what you like about John McVie's playing, Neil. Let us know.
Yes,
Let
indeed.
me know what you think. So anyone's got any questions? Basses, bass guitars, bass amps, effects, strings, gig bags, cleaning materials, great bass players, albums with great bass playing on. You want to talk about Bass Guitar Magazine, Bass Player Magazine? Happy to discuss all of that. I can't believe it's 3 years since the mag stopped. It's Oh my God, 21 years since I first started writing for the magazines. Ooh, it flew by. Didn't feel like it at the time, but it did. Zoomer, pretty sure the chain was fretless too. Yeah, it's this. Let's
Really? Didn't know
do a
that.
little research here.
Doesn't sound like it.
John McVie, alembic fretless. It had something to do with a metal board and stainless steel fretless fingerboard. Here we go, and it's sold for 100,000. It's not bad, is it? That was in 2022. One of a kind alembic used to record the chain.
Really?
Sold for 100 grand.
Right.
A collection of Fleetwood Mac guitars, the iconic wooden ball. Oh, pardon.
Yeah.
Wooden balls worn by Mick Fleetwood on the cover. What was he doing? Putting them on his head. They were sold for 128 grand. Right. The iconic 4-string was used extensively by McVie. Had an Omega cutout. I'm just looking at a picture of it. Where are we? Here we go. One of a kind Lembic Series 1 custom fretless bass. The iconic 4-string was used by McVie both in studio and on stage from 76 to 1980, at which point his shoulder gave out. Oh no, sorry. Sold for 100 grand, well over its auction estimate of 40 to 60,000. Additional highlights included the Kramer Farrington he used, which sold for 15,000. Yeah, not quite as much. There was a 1976 Rumors Tour Lembic Series 1. That's not bad, considering... Oh, I see. It was a 76 Alembic that was used on the Rumors Tour. I was going to say it was 2 years before it came out. That sold for 28,800. A 70s Ernie Ball Earthwood acoustic bass got 25 grand. And a 62 Fender Bass 6 gifted by Peter Green sold for 22,400. I thought there was more about it than that. Oh, written by him. Let's find something else, shall we? No treble. That would be a good place. Oh, there we go. Right, yeah. Stainless steel, a continuously fretted stainless steel fingerboard. What does that mean? Use the bass on the chain. Yeah, okay.
Stainless steel fingerboard.
Must
be awful.
I think it was just to improve sustain and perhaps not warp or move like timber. There'll be some.
I actually played one of those metal necked Kramers years ago. Absolutely awful.
Yeah, not good when it's cold. Certainly don't play them outdoors.
No,
definitely not. Not for the faint of heart. That'll be your fingers will stick to the neck and the fingerboard.
That's right. Yeah. Ronnie Gray has a question.
Has he now? Let's have a look.
Pointed exactly.
Why are G&L basses so underrated? I'll tell you that. Leo Fender's final masterpiece. I couldn't agree more. In the past 3 months, I bought two: an L2000 and a LB100. The LB100 is possibly the best precision bass I've ever played in my life, and I bought it. And the L2000 is just outstanding. I wish I bought one 30 years ago. Why are they so underrated? They didn't get their marketing right. They didn't sell the benefits well enough to the players out there. They didn't put their basses in the hands of prominent bass players, and their marketing was absolutely atrocious. Ed, did you want some more? I don't know. People who know, and it certainly seems to be a thing with guitarists. Guitarists definitely knew that G&L guitars were better than any Fender Strats you're going to pick up.
What sort of price are they, Mike?
Now, second hand. I mean, I got my L2000 for 900.
Okay.
They go between about 900 and 12. About 13 years ago, I nearly bought a 1988 in white with a matching headstock on eBay for 680 quid. And I wish I'd got it. I missed it.
Yeah.
I missed it. The LB100s you can get cheaper. The thing is, what's preventing their prices going down is the fact they have the Tribute series, which is the cheaper range, and they tend to be around the £400, £500, £600 mark, which keeps the American-made ones up. But now that they've gone, they could start rocketing, but they might not. You know, their second-hand prices have never rocketed. They've never been an flavor of the month. They've never been, like I say, they've never put their instruments in the hands of prominent players. So you're not going to create a fan base of people that want to buy them because their idols play them. And that's a real problem. You know, if you don't get the, you know, if there've been a lot of bass players using them and they saw them on MTV and music shows and big tours, chances are more people go, actually, I'll give one of those a go. But if you don't know, you don't know. I didn't know an L2000 was as good as it is. It wasn't until I bought one, got it back here, and suddenly thought, crikey, I should have bought one of these years ago. Might have saved me a small fortune in bass purchases, because it just does everything really, really good. Tribute series seem to be a little hit and miss. You get some great ones. As with any manufacturer, it goes down the having a cheaper range route. You'll get some that are great, some that are all right, and you get a few that are just rubbish. But I had review experience of tributes. I did 3 tribute reviews for the mags and a ASAT, which is their Telecaster shape one. But I never did any of their American L range. So the 2500, which is the 5-string, like a Stingray 5-string, is a beast. You need big hands for the neck. It's very broad. Not particularly comfortable to me, but some players might find it so. But it's got all the benefits that the L2000 had. Yeah. Are you a big G&L fan, Ronnie? Is that your bag? Have you got some? Neil Noble, thanks for the John McVie chat. That's okay. Perfectly happy to talk about great bass players, that's for sure. Anyone wants to join us, email me. There's a ticker running along top of the screen. Email me at brooksysbasscorner@gmail.com. I'll send you an invite. You click on the invite and you come to screen. That's how that works. So what tracks out of those tracks I sent you, Andy? What have you been playing along to?
Not I've done any yet, but
Okay.
played up on funky music. That's a nice slap. I have to get it up because I don't look at them.
There was a lot.
Actually look properly.
It's about 6 gigs worth. 5 gigs worth. 5 gigabytes, I think. I sent Andy a bunch of the depth tracks that I sent to Chris Childs when he was learning Uncle Funk, because it meant you could see what I'm playing and play along rather than hearing it and trying to work it out. And
got Car Wash and Cuba and
awesome.
All those.
Disco Inferno. The Freak. The Freak's really good for me. I played that.
Bear in mind with that, we play it in G, not A.
Oh dear. Okay.
Yeah. You'll hear it once you start playing. If you're trying to play it in A, you'll be like, "Oh no, that's not."
Yeah.
No, it's in G.
Well, in actual fact, I think Car Wash is the first tune in the current bass syllabus for Trinity Rock and Pop Grade 5.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to get your fingers under that one.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
There's plenty there to keep you busy, Andy, over Christmas.
There is.
There's about 32 songs there, so
brilliant.
That's it.
Really appreciate that. Thank you.
That's all right. But hopefully, and again, because it's in video, you can't keep the man away, can you? Handsome looking devil. Look at that. My mum.
Hey, Zimmer!
There he is.
He's back.
He is back.
Ready?
That's it. I can't remember. I've lost my thread now. What was I saying? 32 songs there, I think. But the thing for you, Andy, is that you can slow the video down and watch.
I really like that. Okay.
If it all goes too quick, just slow down the playing speed, and you can see where my fingers are going on the fingerboard, so you'll know what.
Okay. I know that I can do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Try that.
There you go. How are we doing, Zuma?
Good. You know,
yeah.
This pesky job is always fighting for my time.
Paid, mate.
but we need to have money to play with for
That's it.
all things bass, all things
That's
studio, food.
Very good video on Love Voodoo last week.
Oh, thank
Well
you,
done.
thank you. That was fun to do.
Yeah.
So it's always fun to pick apart a song you've heard a million times and discover all these new things about it because usually I'm always focusing on the bass, but obviously everything else affects the way we
No, I like the way you do all the keyboard stuff that Nick's doing.
Yeah.
You're talking about all the little inversions and passing notes. Good.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's how you get to know the song really well. And I can only do that because I was actually playing organ, this really jacked up organ we had at my mom's before anything really. So I was really lucky to be introduced to chords and harmonic structures on the keyboard because in my humble opinion, that's the best way to visualize it. It's not so clear to me on a guitar, even though now I know, okay, here are the chords on a guitar. And what a guitar is really good at is you get one chord shape and you just move up and down and you're transposing on a piano, going from D major to E flat major. That's a whole, that's a whole different thing. But still visually, you can see those patterns so nicely. I guess it just depends on what you started with and how your mind works. But I think piano is just awesome for looking at stuff. Yeah. But something you just said reminded me of something.
Yes, ma'am.
Wouldn't it be cool?
Beat after beat is winding you up. He's saying, take off your coat and stay a while. He can't. He's got to go back to work in a minute.
Oh, damn. Well, if he knows how cold it is here, and I know he's going to say, oh, LA, you're not cold. Yeah, but it's cold, man. It's dry.
The Gritters out where I was, down in Pompey.
The Gritters are out, yeah. It's cold tonight. But it'll be 10 degrees tomorrow night. But tonight it's going down cold. Neil Noble, don't have the expertise to ask intelligent questions. You ask them how you wish, sir. But you're enjoying listening very much. What would you say about Phil Lynott? Legend, amazing player in the context. In the context of the band he played in. So if you took him out and put him in a Genesis band, that ain't gonna work. If you put him in a hard rock, melodic rock, Irish rock band, Phil Lynott's your man. And I have a lot of time for his songwriting and his playing. Nothing wrong with a bit of Tin Lizzy, I can tell you. Could he hold his own playing with Moore, Gorham and Robertson? Oh, yeah. I met Brian Robertson in 1995. My mate, Paul Guerin, was playing in his new band at the time called The Clan. Paul Guerin is... he was the guitar player in the Choir Boys up until recently, and he's in Black Eyed Sons and done a million things and worked with a million people. And he was a guitarist in the Clan, and they were recording the album. And we did a glam rock tribute band gig. And on the drive back, he said, why don't you all come down the studio? And we were like, I don't think Brian Robertson's going to want all us parading into his studio. So about 3 or 4 of us went. And he sat there with his old Choskas hanging out. He had a pair of like shiny shorts, skin tight. The old... hanging out either side, and he's scratching his bits and pieces. Then goes to shake my hand. I was like, no, not for me, thanks. Not at 4 a.m. No, you can keep that. Very nice guy, but I did get to play his guitar, which is the guitar that the guitar solo on Boys Are Back in Town was played on. Les Paul, gold top. And I met Scott Gorham probably about 10 times. He's my old band used to do functions, and we played for the boss at Richmond Golf Club. Scott Gorham's a member, and the amount of times we did bashes there on a Saturday afternoon and we're setting up, we'd start playing and this head would stick in around the marquee panel, and it'd be Scott Gorham's head going, all right, boys. I'm like, yeah, great, cracking. You all right? Yeah. Just doing a round. I'm just finishing up on the 18th. I'll get a beer. I'll come and sit and listen. So he used to come in and listen to us play because he knew the other 2 guys. True story. Awesome. Here we go. Yeah. But yes, love a bit of Phil Lynott. Lads, Phil Lynott on your radars?
Not so much. Just, I mean, I knew of him through Thin Lizzy. I can't say I followed anything else.
In that case, can I recommend the Live and Dangerous album? Give it a listen.
Well then, I will
You'll love it.
put that in my queue. Let me...
Tony
I
Visconti's
shall check
the
it out,
producer.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
So Bowie's...
There's a version, the version of "Still in Love with You" on there. His Robertson solo is classed as one of the greatest guitar solos of all time.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Really?
there's a lot of it's been overdubbed, although they claim, and Robbo still claims, that none of it was overdubbed. I think it was, and Tony Visconti was the producer, so he knows what did and didn't happen. It might well be they didn't want Robbo in the studio to redo his bits. I don't know. I don't know the full story. There's a whole Wikipedia document on it all, and it's all got very sort of feisty over the years. But whether it's had overdubs or not, it's still a mighty fine album. So, and Phil's in full flight, so worth checking out.
I thought that I went to school with a brother of a guy who was the bassist in Thin Lizzy. At that time, I was too young. I didn't know his name or anything. Then years later, I ran into him at a restaurant. And I said, "Brian, how's your brother, man? Is he still in Thin Lizzy?" He goes, "Thin Lizzy? What are you talking about? He's in Dramarama." I said, "How did I get that wrong?"
The young mind. Were you on the few beds that night?
No, I didn't drink until my mid-20s. I have no excuse.
Was Robertson a flop in Motorhead? I don't know. I'm not a big Motorhead fan. I think at that time he was looking for a gig, and Lemmy just wanted extra guitars in Motorhead, more suited to Lizzy. Maybe I'd say Lizzy was a more melodic band. I wouldn't say Motorhead particularly known for their melodies. I do know that Lemmy loved the singer in my covers band. He loved FM for all their harmony stuff, and because Steve worked it all out, he loved what Steve did. So yeah, I never got to meet Lemmy. I did play through his rig when we had it for review. God, that was loud. It was horrible. It's like,
Marshall
right,
thing?
okay. Yeah. None of the cabinets or heads stacked together. It's all odd-sized cabinets, so none of it makes any sense. So it's literally like building something with Lego. If you had like 10 bits of Lego and they're all different sizes, that's what it was like. It's like, this doesn't stack properly. Very weird setup. Beat after beat, what does anybody think of Billy Currie of Ultravox? Other than the hits, I've never really listened to his playing, to be brutally honest.
Is he the bass? Oh, well, I'm going to think highly of him if he's the bass player on this song that I'm in the middle of recalling. I could.
Vienna?
Not Dancing with Tears in My Eyes.
Friendship. I can tell you the bass line goes dong, 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 dong. Oh, shoot.
It could be anything.
Reap the Wild Wind.
Okay.
That's an amazing bass line. Have you heard it?
Okay. Can't say I have.
I think it's one of Ultravox's
Our
hits.
beat's already in.
Right.
He's saying, yeah. Neil Noble, completely out of my depth with you guys, but I love listening to your knowledge. You should listen to Zuma. Zuma's got a voice for voiceovers. I've told him this week. And we're actually going to be doing a couple of collaboration videos, me and Zuma, over Christmas on Duran Duran and their albums.
What if we just do one video of nothing but voiceovers?
Well, you don't need me on that. I'll just shout. I'll shout suggestions at you. I haven't got a voice for voiceovers. Come on.
Yes, you do. And then you have the famous.
You have the velvet coated larynx.
No.
Yeah, you have. Listen to his Love Voodoo video. Zuma's got a lovely voice. Yeah, it comes across very well in the mix.
Oh, well, thank you. And that I did on my B rig over here. I'm changing some things.
That's good.
Oh, that reminded me of something. So what I was saying
Stacey says you need to do ASMR vids.
Ooh, I like that.
There's money in that. There's a lot of money in that.
Well, you see, I'm saving some things for when I actually retire, and I need the money. I don't want to give it all away right now. Yeah, and by that time,
You
would
want to
it
get
sound
it
like
out now,
this?
A, while you've still got a voice, and B,
Exactly.
so it can rack up the money over time.
You're right about that. I shouldn't delay.
I
So,
am.
so what I was thinking was, I have an idea that might be
Yeah.
a novel idea in the bass teaching sort of YouTube space. So you were telling Andy, oh, you can slow down the video to see where my fingers at and all that stuff. Now, is there a bass out there that has lights in the fretboard that light up when you play it? Because that would be the ultimate, right? If the fretboard
Yes,
marker's
there is.
lighting up. Are you
Sensor
kidding me?
lights, aren't they?
Not that guide
Bernie.
you, not that guide you, but that light up when you play that note.
Yeah,
Really?
Bernie actually did one or two.
Yeah.
No, you're
No
thinking
way.
the sound to light. No, you're thinking the sound to light
Yeah,
circuit.
that's right. Yeah.
That's based. I think that's on like an internal microphone. That's not when you touch the board. That's to do with audio. I know, because if I play that bass with that sound to light system of LEDs turned on, and I play, nothing happens until I plug it into an amplifier.
Yeah.
There's only one setting, so
that's
you
right,
can
yeah.
have the
It's not on
full on.
battery.
You can have the full on LEDs, and there's one other setting that kicks in, but the other, I think it's 8 other settings. Nothing happens. Yet as soon as you plug it into an amp and turn the volume up, suddenly all those other settings kick in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
My
wasn't a
room was
touch
like-
thing, Rich. And that's not to say there isn't
Yeah.
someone snazzy in Japan that's developed it. And I'll tell you what would have made sense when all that Guitar Idol stuff.
Right.
Was that PS2 or was that Nintendo? You mean, you know what I mean? The Guitar Hero, not Guitar Idol.
I think it was on different
Guitar Hero.
platforms. Yeah.
And people were trying to create proper basses and guitars that would do the same thing. So as you touched it, you would get the different
right.
color. I don't know who does that. I don't. Do you know, Rich? Is there someone? Is there a company that does it? I've not seen it.
I'm actually just sending a link to you. Hang on a minute.
Okay, is that on email or it would have to be, wouldn't it?
Either
The
or.
reason,
No, it needs. You can't post in the chat.
Yeah.
the reason I thought of all of that was because I have one of those complete Native Instruments complete control keyboards, and by default, when you play a note, it lights up on top. So then I thought, maybe I should switch that down here. So when I'm doing those keyboard tutorials, you could see what note I'm playing, even though you can see my finger. But then I thought, wait a minute, for trying to teach on YouTube, that's pretty damn cool. You know, if the little marker lit up on what, I guess it would have to light up behind the fret you're on. That would probably make the most sense. It'd be awesome if the fret lit up.
Yeah, well, but again, all these things can be done. It's just whether there's a market for it, and that if there is, then that's when a manufacturer will say, "Okay, we'll do it." People
Probably
seem
not.
to be quite loath to come up with new ideas if they don't think they're going to make the return, because so much has to go into research and development. Bobby 08W7M, I don't know who that is. So basically, I'm here on StreamYard. Let me just, if I go into the video, does that tell me? No, it's the same thing. Evening all. Does anyone know of a multi-scale acoustic bass? I'm guessing you mean like fan frets.
Wow.
I don't.
Wasn't there
I
one
would imagine Dingwall.
Wasn't there one on Bass the World? That channel, Bass the World, with the German guy.
Don't know.
Really cool.
The
I'm
thing
gonna
is,
look it up right now.
They got thousands of videos.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
I've got no email here from you, Rich. Oh, there we go. That might be it. Yeah, got it. Right. Yeah. Oh, that's James Durand. That's the sound to light. That's the same thing I've got here. It's nothing to do with touch.
That's the same thing.
I've got an advert running here.
My mate James, very good friend of mine, James.
I'll share it, but that's not what Zuma was talking about. Yes, so Bernie's sound to light is what I've got in the white GB. So nothing about it is to do with contact on the fretboard.
Right. Okay.
It's all to do with. It's why it's called the sound to light controller.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The actual there actually was one that was touch, but it was touch to MIDI, which was called Fret Tracks,
Right.
with an X.
Okay.
And it was used on a trio tour with Victor.
Right. Okay.
Because he actually had it added to one of his what they're called.
It's yin yang.
Oderas.
The yin yang one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that link I've just posted up there, that's James Duran doing his thing with a GB Rumor. So basically that's the sound to light controller that's in my GB Rumor, funnily enough. Something that Bernie doesn't want to put in basses anymore because it can be problematic. There's a lot of technology going on there.
Doesn't want to do it again.
There's actually probably only 2 settings on it out of the 9 or 10 that I would ever want to use. A lot of it is just jiggery pokery. And if you like that sort of thing, that's great. What I found annoying about it, although it's not annoying for me because the way that demo model was set up was that the side LEDs are a set on their own. They're not the fiber optics. So they're permanently on. But some people have the sound to light system and they've just gone with one set and then run fiber optics up to the side ones. But the problem is if you go to any of the settings other than the permanently on setting, they're going on and off all the time, in which case you end up with like this weird light show going along the edge of your fingerboard, and half the time most of the LEDs you can't see, so it makes no sense. You've really got to have a dedicated strip that you can see, and then the histrionics going on the front face. But right, anyone know of a multi-scale acoustic bass? I'm not sure.
I just gave you a link right now to your email.
Oh, well, that's why I hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, young man.
Yeah, I think they were trying to promote the LR Bags system, but it's I cannot pronounce the name. Looks Czech.
Moravchik.
Moravchik.
That's one of Bill's favorite brands.
Moravchik, yeah.
Moravchik. Yeah, but it's a
Poland.
pretty rare thing, I'd say, though.
There you go. Yeah, I think you're right. Public Pieces, Moravchik's company, they seem to use that as their handle.
Yeah.
A funky number. And quite a deep body, so you're going to get a lot of bass resonance off that. So it's all good. Bobby, don't think Bernie even puts his Rumor preamps in new builds now either. Seems to use just a John East. I think John East was building the preamp to the Rumor spec, although that's still a very good preamp. Yep. You could be right. I don't know. T-Mac had just picked up an Ibanez ATK 300. Very good. Second hand today, 200 quid. Wow, didn't realize what a good sounding bass it is. Correct. Didn't really like Ibanez basses after trying a Talman. But this thing is built so the ATKs are very good, which is why I got one for 3 quid. No, it's not going anywhere. They are great. Very different to a Talman, I have to say. The ATKs, when they came out in about 93, 94, they were seen as Ibanez's Stingray killer. So basically could do everything a Stingray did. And then over time, they added in an extra pickup before Music Man started doing all that. So you could get, the one I've got is an ATK 400 built in Indonesia. So it's got the triple coil rear pickup and then another single coil nearer the neck. It's got so many sounds to it. Amazing basses, and yet they used to go for like 100 quid. Mental. Did I not put that? I haven't, have I? Let me put that link in. Oh, no, I have done it. Is that right?
I've done it again.
No, don't show that, you dope. Did I put that link in? I don't think I did. Bear with me, Zoom. Ah, there we go. Copy that and then stick that. So we're talking about the multi-scale length acoustic. There we go.
Yep.
There you go, folks. Sorry, trying to scroll through the messages. How's young Leo this evening? You all good? You all good? I think you've been at rehearsals, haven't you?
I have a new toy of sorts I can show you guys.
Yes, please. Yes, we like toys. That's all good.
And a question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the toy. I didn't realize how small it was, but
Stumat.
this.
Yeah.
Check this
What's
out.
that?
Oh,
A little gubbins from Stumac. Oh, look at that. That's
yeah,
nice.
It's got a lot of cool stuff. It's
Yeah.
got a couple of exclusive bits too. I've never seen one like this. I'll just take one of these out. Check out on this little bit. I hope you can see it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really hard to see. So it's called a screw starter. So you throw it
Right.
on your screwdriver and you start the screw hole with this because it's just like the end of a screw. So you can get your holes started.
Oh, it's like I said, a Bradle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got all sorts of cool stuff. This bit is really cool too.
Pete
Watch.
says bedroom toys. Let's not discuss Zuma's bedroom, eh?
This has it's for those silly little flat-headed screw heads, but
Correct beat after beat.
so you can
Keep
get a good,
clean for the
good
kids.
handle on them. Oh, so my question
Very
is,
nice.
do you guys order from StewMac, or is that a pain in the butt?
I don't, because the prices tend to be severely over the top. But as time has gone on, I've learned that trying to buy cheaper stuff is just a waste of time. You might as well just buy the StewMac. I know the gallery in Camden, all their tools are StewMac.
Okay, so they are a thing over there. They are known.
Well, you have to order from the US.
Right.
And then so now we've got all the tariffs and the import costs.
I
So
know.
what's already an expensive
I know.
product becomes like doubly expensive. But then trying to get the things otherwise, you end up buying from some eBay seller in Portugal.
Got it.
And he's made some files on like a revolving stone pulled by a donkey 3 roads up. It's just crap. It's just the handles break
man.
and the files splinter, and it's just like I might as well just bought it from StewMac.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
it's not cheap. It's not cheap.
No, I
The
know.
thing that has changed though is a lot of the things that StewMac kind of do, Music Nomad have started sort of encroaching on.
Yeah, Music Nomad. I have some other stuff too,
Their stuff.
and it's really, really high quality.
Hmm.
And for me, it works to get StewMac because I always do the membership where I guess it's a US based thing only. I think I pay like $40 or $50 a year and I get free shipping always.
Oh, well, there you
So
go. There you go.
It makes it so much more attractive. I also got this.
If I
little
could
thing.
have that, I would buy a lot of their stuff. But yeah,
This is the ESP spinner, which I've never used. It looked appealing. I've seen
good for
people
loose
use it.
jack sockets.
Exactly, yeah.
And all that
So,
sort of thing.
I think those two things are pretty good to have, like in your gig gear, because they're
That's it.
small.
Blue Book says Richard the Almighty King is with us. When did he appear?
That's kind.
Okay, yeah, we'll take that. Beat
Yeah.
after beat, we're not going to discuss Zuma's bedroom toys on this channel. No, correct. Bobby, unfortunately, we don't have StewMac in the UK, but we do have Lidl. Yeah, go down the middle aisle on Lidl. You might get an annual, a box of Threepenny Bits, some rank chocolate, and probably a hose.
Rank chocolate.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man.
Richard asking Blue Book, does he know him? Stacey, hi, beat after beat, LOS Fort, very good. They're all saying hello, very good. Yeah. Okay. Yes, you were talking about stuff for YouTube.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
ours. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought. Well, that the idea of the bass and having people, be able to see your fretboard a little more clearly. I can still remember when the YouTube screen widened out, because before you had that like 4:3 ratio.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so when it became wider, that was great for bass because it's so hard to fit
could fit
a
it on.
whole. Yeah, exactly. I don't.
I got
Yeah.
Go. Someone commented on an old short that I'd put up like 3-4 years ago, where I took a remix. It's one of the first remix shorts. It's got to be 2022, and I took a little snippet out of my Kubicki review where I'm talking about the low D extender.
Yeah.
It zooms in on how you activate.
You flip it. Yeah.
And I got some. Sorry, you might be watching. I don't mean you're an idiot, but you don't think before you type. And the guy said, why don't you do a zoom out shot of the bass? Because it's a remix short. If you want to click on the main video, there's a link at the bottom of the short screen. Click on that. You'll see the bass. It's part of a 16-minute review video.
Yeah.
That video is a remix short. It's just a 40-second snippet out of it. Why don't you show the whole bass? Some days I just want to cave my skull in on the table. Please, people. Think before you type and press send. All right?
Exactly.
It's just crazy. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get it. You just have to deal with that crap when you take the plunge to
Come up that
YouTube
often,
land.
but occasionally some people just need to use their brain a little before they talk. That's good. Okay. Okay. These are things in my community tab. We'll deal with that afterwards. That's all good. And that's all fine. Right, back in the convo, man.
I've had another idea. I've never taken the plunge because it would require spending money, but what do you think?
I'll normally do it.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think of, if you had a little camera, let's just say like a GoPro-like camera, and it's on your head and you're looking down on the fretboard? How helpful would that be? Because I don't really see anybody doing that.
Okay, there's a little contraption that is in my wish list on Amazon. Let me just get that for you.
Let's see that.
Yeah, Mark King had one live at Wembley, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was just on the headstock.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this thing, so here's something. It's called a phone chest mount head strap accessories kit, which is a point of view phone holder for vlogging, video compatible with. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Let me I'll get a link in case anyone wants to buy one of these.
Yeah.
Someone might sit and go, oh, I want one of them. And if you buy it, we get a very small affiliate commission. But have a look at that. So you get a headband that you put the camera on,
right,
and you get like a chest harness. So, which would be good in the workshop when I'm doing workbench videos, because you'd see it from my perspective.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
So there are lots of those sorts of things out and about there.
Here, I need to change this to see the price. Oh man, because I'll do it later. Do you remember how much it costs?
It is not that expensive, £14.89. So there's bound to be an American.
Oh, that's cheap, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks high enough that it wouldn't interfere with. I
see what they've done there. So one's for the phone, one's for a GoPro. But there's lots of this stuff on Amazon, different manufacturers doing it and what have you. So there's all sorts of. See, the thing that's holding the phone is a part that I buy on its own. I've got like 3 of them here in my my video recording box.
I'm just wondering if it would be. I guess I just have to try it, but I kind of move around a lot when I play. It's just. That's just what happens, and I think the video would move around too much. But maybe if you had like gosh, what do they call those things? I'm just blanking out right now. I have one right here. I'm looking at it. Those things you affix your cameras or phones to. It's a gyroscopically. No, not tripod. It's got like a gyroscopically.
Gimbal.
A gimbal. So. I'm thinking of like a gimbal mixed with that head mount thing that would probably give you the stability to, not make people dizzy while they're watching your fretboard.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? If you move a little bit and you're that close to the instrument, a small movement
it's going to go like
take
that.
You totally off shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at your slippers or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can't tell you how frustrating it is. I don't know if this has happened to you, where you think you got a good take on something, But
as a one-man,
the bass wasn't in the shot.
as a
The
one-man
headstock's way
band,
over here.
you set up and you press record and you hope for the best, because without someone there to say yes it's in shot or no it isn't or this isn't showing. Loads of my early videos, the light that I have here that lights my it's for my filming light, it's not my main office light, would shine onto the gloss finish of the basses. Loads of the early reviews and demos, it might be a red bass but it looks white most of the time because the light's shining on it and the gloss has reflected. But it is what it is. But it's hard, you know, without someone standing there going, yes, you're in shot, and away we go.
Totally. You have to be the kind of person that's really interested in just things in general, because especially as a one-man show doing things on YouTube, you have to be interested in videography, you have to be interested in lighting, you have to be interested in video editing, you have to be interested in all these things, because if it bugs you, you're just going to fall apart, because you're going to be so frustrated and, you know, pissed that you have to do all these things alone, you know? Totally. First was a learning experience like none I've ever experienced in my life. Because you're always having to think in advance, how is this going to look on screen? You can film footage, but even so, you can film the footage and then not have thought about what I used to say this to Stacey when I first started the channel, and I was talking to her on a graphics basis. What's the real estate of the screen? You have to think about that. Where is the text going? Where is the image going? Are you filling the screen? Where are you putting the annotations? I mean, loads of my first videos in the first couple of years, I would put the video into the screen and then block off half of it with like a black mask. And then there would be text going down the side, and then something else. And you're learning all this, thinking, how do I do this? And your software might be limited. It might not be able to do what you actually want to do. Exactly.
Sometimes
that's the other thing.
And sometimes it can't.
Yep.
It is a learning experience being a YouTuber like nothing I've ever experienced. Learn to play bass is easy. Learn to do this stuff.
That's the easiest part of it.
And they say, oh, just press record. Yeah. And then you've got all the back end stuff. You've got to learn all that as well. How to do graphics, how to do thumbnails, how to come up with title generation.
We think you're done. I got to do the thumbnail.
Keywords, all of that. And as I'm finding now 5 years in, everything changes. The algorithm changes almost every month. So little heads up for you, young man. At the moment, the algorithm is heavily focused on the community tab. So do polls, do quizzes, post on the community tab as much as you can. It's heavily got a weighting on it.
No way. Okay. I'll have to do that.
And also, I saw a thing last night. You know, because you sent me a message for the old voiceover, replying to comments with voice comments.
That was the first one I'd ever done.
Big, heavy weighting on that. If you do that, they pushing the video that you've replied to.
I think that could be fun. I mean, I guess it could be confusing for some, but I think it's fun. I think that's
you've got like a velvet voice, so people will think they've got like James Bond replying to their video. Whereas me, they think they've probably got Jack the Ripper at the other end. But there we go. Neil Noble, how would you assess Peter Hook? I know Peter Hook. I've interviewed him several times. To my untrained ear, I like the deep tone. He's not necessarily known for deep tone. He plays a lot of the stuff high up. A lot of the stuff on New Order stuff, the bottom end is keys, sequences. Not so much about the light. I think that's got more bass, more guitar, more organic instrumentation. But
I absolutely love Peter Hook. I had the good fortune of having a brother who, quite honestly, you know, he had good taste in music. So he got me into really everything because we always shared a room. But the New Order album, that is gosh, I might not even know the name of it, but I just call it their White Album. That kind of it was like a double cassette anyway. And man, I listened to that thing just on repeat. I just played the hell out of that. And it was hard to play along to, I remember, because it's not an A440 tuning. My tape wasn't anyway.
Right.
So I just had to tune it up and this and that. It was a pain, but I just
most cassettes were like that.
Oh,
most cassettes. Right. It's the azimuth on the tape head that controls it.
But yeah, he was a big influence, and you know, he's got so much going on. You might, I mean, he's very well known. You can hear him playing and say that's him.
Mm-hmm.
But he also is doing, you know, aside from the pick at the rear, hitting it hard, that kind of sound. He's also got the, I mean, there's a bit of slap in that album, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I mean the keyboard stuff. I mean the lines are great. I don't know how much of it he like doubles live or anything like that, but they're just great songs too. So I mean, I love the band, so it's just a good combo.
I think he kind of, I mean, I'm trying to hark back to the interviews I did with him. He kind of just did his thing and let the rest of the band play around it.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell by all the fallings out that he's quite a contentious individual, and he wants things done the way he wants it. And if the band don't like it, he doesn't really care. And I think probably that attitude is what kind of led to the, or part of that is what led to the sort of implosion of that band.
Yeah.
But
I
cool.
am, however, not a fan of Joy Division. I just cannot get into it. I can appreciate his bass playing in that group because, yeah, things like Love Will Tear Us Apart. If it was an instrumental, I would probably like it better. But I just cannot get into the vibe, and I don't particularly like the vocals. I just can't get into it.
That's it.
But New Order, woo, man, I was having
your thing.
Repeat. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Cool. Beat After Beat saying he makes the best 10-second music videos on YouTube. You seem to be doing very well on it, based on the constant things from TubeBuddy, the milestones that you're hitting. So keep doing it. Just keep having a go. Keep going at it.
Just keep doing
Eventually
it.
the cogs turn. It can take a long time. 5.5 years in here. But we're seeing progress, so you just got to keep going at it. Sometimes you have to give the algorithm a serious push, and if it means you have to up your output, then you've got to do it, which is what I've done this year. Not in the way I wanted. I wanted to up my output in terms of long form video, but the long form videos just weren't generating significant view increases for me, so I went down the live chat and shorts route and see where we go. But as I said not 5 minutes ago, the algorithm keeps changing, and what it promotes and weights heavier than the other formats changes constantly. So it is what it is. You got 70,000 views on your channel. Well, keep doing it. Keep doing it. And if you find one that takes off really well, do another one, probably on a similar topic. So niche, like delve down into it. So if you did something on a car with 4 wheels and it suddenly did really well, go and look at the internals of that car, or look at the engine, or that's what I keep hearing as a sort of incentive. If something takes off, do more of it. Go delve even deeper into what you're talking about. Epiphonium, good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. A Zoom B1X4 would be a nice gift. Quite.
Yeah, on sale lately too.
Yeah,
I love.
You got one of those, stuff. Andy. Earth calling Andy. You in? Haven't you got one of those Zoom things, Andy? Hello? Am I talking to myself here? Andy, are you there?
I think you just got another short right here.
That's it. Andy, have you got one of those Zoom B1X4s? I thought you had a Zoom unit. Oh, he's lost his sound. I can hear you, Andy. I can hear you tapping.
That's strange, yeah.
I'm waiting for the response. ...
..
Well, it's the universal language of love, isn't it? As they say on the ABBA show. No, it's the universal language of Morse code. ... Dash,
Andy's
dash,
actually just typed a message in the studio chat saying, sorry, updating going on.
No worries.
Back in a minute.
That's
got no
okay.
sound.
All right, we'll come back to that in a second. No worries. Okay, all good.
Yeah, I like those Zoom units. I think they're a good
They're
buy.
good. They're good. I'll tell you what is seriously boiling my egg at the moment. Source audio stuff. Really. I just love being able to connect that thing up and change parameters and download patches and everything else. Just, I can't fault it. I really can't.
Which one are you messing with?
That flanger, the Mercury flanger, just blows me away. I used it on Saturday. It's just like, top notch, top notch,
Yeah,
and not that expensive. The Gemini chorus, the Mercury flanger, the envelope filter, the Spectrum envelope filter, those three. Before I even get to the C4 synth, I mean, there's just so much going on with that. You got to take your time with that one, but the others, oh my god,
is the tracking
really
good on the synth?
Yeah.
Let
me. I'll just get a little video here for you. Check this out. I've not used this guy as a debt. I suspect I will do at some point one day. Hang on, just bear me a minute. Just find this.
Back in the room, boys.
Hello, mate. Just bear with me a second. I'm just getting this link.
Okay.
I mean, just listen to. I mean, this is a good replication of that tone. Check that out. Using the C4 synth. I mean, I can play it. I just won't put the audio on. No, there's no point in me doing it because we'll get a copyright claim. What's up next, Beat? More videos? How many are you putting up a day? Yeah, have a look at that video. Have a listen to. I mean, gets a great tone on there.
Okay, let me check it out. For later.
That's an Anaconda, by the way. It's an Anaconda bass.
What was the question to me, Mike?
So I was asking if you had one of those Zoom B1X4 units.
I did years ago, yes.
Okay. I think that might be. I think the B1X4 is like a more recent one. I just remember you saying months ago that you had a Zoom.
Yeah, I was making all that noise. I was like in my wardrobe trying to find it. Yeah, yeah. It
happens to the best of us.
It's up there. It's in the cupboard, right up there somewhere. But it's loads of things we can find a bit though.
I know that too.
Yeah.
That's everywhere I've got gear is like that.
Yeah.
What do you think, Zoomer?
About the Zoom?
Yeah, no, the C4 synth.
Oh, well, I just put it in my queue here. I mean, It looks pretty cool. And that stainless steel look.
My advice is
Brushed
do
aluminum.
not take it out the box and think it's going to have all these wonderful sounds. You do have to go into it and go into the back end and start changing the parameters and filters and this and that and the other. There's a lot going on there, but experimentation is the best thing. And people like Hugh, a lot of the regular users of the C4 synth put all their patches up there for you to download. So I think he put that patch up that he does the Shaka Khan tune with, and it's there. So you haven't got to do the work. You just download the patch and away you go. Kick the pedal in.
Yeah,
it's all there. Neil Noble, if Peter Hook isn't of deep tone, who then is? My ear is untrained, but I prefer a deep tone. Oh, there's a lot of bass players like that. I mean, when you're talking deep tone, are you talking sub bass? Are you talking octave filter bass? Are you talking synth bass?
I think it's a great question because it's hard. You think that it shouldn't be hard to define deep, but it actually is because, well, you just mentioned a couple of those styles.
Yeah.
But deep for him, if he thought Peter Hook was deep, then maybe to him it's like that kind of full spectrum sound, or maybe he was thinking of the synth bass, in which case that's very deep because synth bass usually is very deep.
What we were also talking about earlier, and one of Neil's sort of preferred bass influences, Mike Rutherford, and we were talking about Taurus pedals. So
Taurus
they
pedals,
would play the bass part on bass guitar and then use the Taurus pedals to kick in super sub deep bass to reinforce. So if they went down to a low D or a C sharp or a C, Mike Rutherford would use that pedal as well as playing the bass note.
Yeah.
So
Epiphonium. You play bass occasionally, but you bought your first Ibanez GSR 100EX. Excellent. Keep going. Keep playing.
I would give 2 examples for deep bass, and by no means this is a comprehensive list, of course, but I always gravitate
Thank you, Sean.
towards oh yeah, $3. I always gravitate towards Musical Youth, Pastaducci. I mean, that's deep bass. I mean, it's reggae, you know.
That's dub. That's called dub. Yep.
Yeah.
So
and
then
also,
you're looking at Yah Wobble.
There you go.
Yep.
The Sade album Love Deluxe, that's
Mm-hmm.
deep bass to me. Most of it. I mean, some of it he does more of the Stingray thing, Paul Denman, but I think he was using that Washburn acoustic for the other stuff, and that is deep. I mean, if you listen to that on a good system, that'll rattle things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm getting a thing here, Sean, on these super stickers where it says, let's celebrate their 3rd super on a live stream. And I click it and nothing happens. I don't know. There's nothing for me there to give it a thumbs up or a response. It says I can buy my own super sticker. Why am I buying a super sticker for myself? Oh, I see. It's meant to encourage more people
others.
to buy.
Yeah, others.
Right, I'm
yeah.
balls to that. You guys know the drill. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Yeah.
YouTube, you think I'm going to spend the money people have given me and then give it back to you again? I only get 55% as it is. Cheeky.
Of course.
YouTube, come on. What are you trying to do?
Any opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Epiphonium, you like the Ibanez bass. You used a few expensive ones before. Cool. Out of your budget. Mate, I've never come across an Ibanez bass that I didn't like. Ibanez, good bass to start with. Go for that. It's all good. Neil, thank you so much. It's okay. It's what we're here for. I should say, obviously, we'll be here next Tuesday. There is going to be a live chat on Thursday. We're doing a workbench on Thursday. The status empathy is going on the workbench. It needs a string change. It needs a cleanup. It may even get a slight bridge adjustment, which would be the first time in 18 years. I might just raise the strings up a little. But that will be on Thursday. I don't know what time yet, but if I can fit that in, I want to do it because I would like to use that bass on Saturday's gig. And strings need changing. They've been on 2 years, probably done about 35 gigs. Time for a change. Stacey, is this the last Tuesday live chat? No, next Tuesday, 23rd is the last one before Christmas. There will probably be another Tuesday between Christmas and New Year. And I'm planning on doing a few live chats in that break. Providing no gigs come in. As I said last week, said it earlier tonight. After Saturday's gig on the 20th, this Saturday, I've got no gigs till the end of April. So it's YouTube all the way. I've got to generate some cash somehow, or I'm going to be selling some basses, one or the other. But we'll see how we go. But there's loads of new stuff coming up on the channel, new content, new formats, loads of demos, loads of reviews. I've got a podcast to launch. There's the Fretless Odyssey, finally, he says. Yeah, so there's loads of stuff coming up. Epiphonium, Spectre were great. Yeah, got a couple of Spectres here. Richard, we're on next Tuesday. Yes, we are. Jerry Blair just got back from rehearsals. Hello to the bass community. Good to see you, Jerry. Hope you're well. It is coming up 11:15. We're going to wind down probably in about 5-10 minutes. So if you've got any questions, any comments, fire away, stick them in the chat window sort of now, imminently, if you can. But thank you very much, everyone who's been on tonight. I'm not going yet, but yeah, 5-10 minutes and then we'll call it a day.
Talking of Ibanez, Mike,
yes.
I'm desperately trying to find, your electroacoustic Ibanez, which looks like a semi-acoustic kind of thingy.
One that I've put in the videos.
Yeah, the only ones that are available are fretless ones, like from. Well,
just keep looking for the second hand because they've discontinued the fretless.
So okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So when they came out,
that'll be next year though.
and they didn't do the fretless. And I went looking for one of these a while back, fretted, and it said discontinued in 2019. So they were only around for a couple of years. So you're talking about that, yeah?
Yes.
Right, yeah. So the fretted ones like this have been discontinued.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's nothing to stop you buying a fretless one if it's cheap.
No, I don't want a fretless one. I don't. No.
But if you bought a fretless, you can have it fretted.
Oh, well, okay.
It'll have lines in, and that's where the frets are going to go.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise, just look secondhand. Just keep an eye out on eBay, Bass Brothers, Bass Direct. Get a few of them in. They've had them for like 400 quid, 450.
Yeah, because
they
I've got
really nice.
An Ovation one, acoustic bass, but it's a bit bulky. It's a bit bulky.
Yeah. This is like really nice. This is like playing a Ibanez SR. It's a bit deep, but it's fine, and it's lightweight, and it sounds great.
Yeah, lovely. Okay, yes.
But they're not that expensive, and they sound really good.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'll look on eBay whenever.
They do come up, but they tend to hold their price, so they don't get much lower than kind of 400. And now they've been discontinued. Obviously, people watch my video and go, "I want to buy one of them," and you can't. So
no. Lovely.
Just got to shop around. Epiphonium saying hello to everyone. Stacey, thank you. I couldn't find the listing at first glance. There we go. Very cool. Workbench Thursday. Yeah, coming your way. I was hoping to get that done actually earlier this week, but there just hasn't been time. So it's a bit mental here at Christmas. So there we are. So Zuma, when should we start thinking about doing these recordings?
Well,
how are you? What's your work schedule over Christmas?
Well, I am actually off. Let's see, from the 24th through the 2nd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fine,
so you know,
next
really,
week,
any
week
time
after.
We just have to coordinate our sleeping schedules.
Oh, Mr. ASMR here.
Yeah,
we could. Okay, well, we could. I said, didn't I, last week that we could do like the first 4 albums and see how they go, and if people aren't interested or it gets a load of negative feedback, then we won't bother doing the rest. But if they fly, then there's plenty of albums to carry on going, isn't there?
Exactly.
Okay, if we go up to, and I'd suggest we include Arena in there. So say the first 5. So up to Notorious, and then we'll see how they're
that sounds like
received.
A good plan. You were talking earlier about, just you never know what's going to hit on YouTube. Is what you put out there. I think one of the most popular videos that I have out there, and it's all due to one country, is I put out A Matter of Feeling, which was not a big hit, not here in the U.S. anyway.
Wasn't a single. It
was nothing. But I just always loved that song, and I used to play it on piano. And I said, "Oh, let me just play it." I didn't.
It was a single somewhere. It was a
maybe
single
in Brazil,
in some places. Maybe
because if I don't post for a week, the older videos tend to sort of come out of the woodwork, and I can't tell you how many times my little creator app tells me, "Oh, the number one watched video this week is A Matter of Feeling." They just keep watching that video. So I think I'm going to do.
How many views has it got?
I don't know. I'll have to check. Let me see. But I think what I'm going to do for this next week, a little Christmas special for all the Brazilian friends, is to do an analysis video on that song, because that was before I was doing the analysis section. So I think I'm going to mostly focus on the piano on that one. The bass is relatively simple on that one. So yeah, that it kind of makes me chuckle every time I see it. So, there's Brazil again. It's great. It's lovely. Argentina as well.
Where you can get them.
Yeah, Argentina as well. I think because Liberty was we can talk about this when we get to Liberty, if we get to Liberty. But that was a pretty big album in Argentina. Did I tell you the story about that? That somebody told me?
No.
So that was one of the first albums that was released to the general public after their version of the Iron Curtain fell. So they that's what they listened to because it was available, and it's a big album in Argentina,
Okay.
Liberty, which is pretty cool.
Got an audience.
Who's doing that?
Me. It's in StreamYard.
Oh my god! Well, one of these days,
Yeah,
one
enough
of
of
these
that.
days.
These are new toys. I can start
Really?
start
That's
bringing these
great.
in.
I have a pretty cool. I got my keyboard here, and it has a pretty cool stuff.
That's Andy playing with his kneecaps again. Sorry.
His kneecaps.
Yeah, good.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
That's
man.
going to get a lot of use, isn't it?
Oh, stop it. Don't actually.
Yeah. There we are.
I think your
Oh,
dog.
hello. Where did that? I didn't do that.
I think your dog's calling you, dude.
It's not me, man. I didn't. It's not me. It's you. Stop it, you pesky
Such
child.
an ass.
Yeah, quite. Yeah, load of ass.
I have
Beat
76
after beat.
keys of this.
Yeah, beat after beat. Winter Marches On would be good. We'll get
Oh, I
to
love
that
Winter
when we
Marches
do
On.
the Notorious album.
Yeah.
Epiphonium, Toys of Fun. Yes, indeed. That is him. Neil Noble, 4 great guys. Thank you for a wonderful episode. We haven't finished yet. Zeds by Zuma.
We still didn't
Yes.
define
The
deep
easy
for
one.
him.
Didn't decide what?
We still didn't define deep for him. It's tougher than you think. I guess we'd have to listen to more of what he thinks is deep.
I mean, if you,
side
you
by
want
side.
deep bass, you go for reggae and dub.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of that stuff's recorded with 18-inch cabs. You went to a dub reggae gig. You know, take some earplugs because it's going to be seriously loud, seriously hefty, and probably shake your organs internally. So that would be my definition of deep bass. But then you go into things like there was a band or an artist called Sound Pusher. I remember the bass player for it was interviewed in the mag, probably in the mid 2000s, and he was talking about all the technology and synths and MIDI stuff and all of that. And it was like, and I remember reading the interview and thinking, can you actually hear any of that at the gig?
Right.
It must be so low. And his basses, I think, were tuned like really like ridiculously dropped. And I'm thinking, really? I don't know. I don't know. Go on.
I got a number for you.
Go
So most of my videos as of late, like some of
Exactly.
the more popular Duran stuff will kind of like peter out at around 1,500 views. That video, for A Matter of Feeling, is like at 16,000 something views.
Those are the ones you want.
It's just
And
out
I
there.
do
It's
hope
weird.
you've got mid-roll ads set up on that.
I'm not monetized, so it doesn't matter.
Why aren't you monetized? Oh, because you wouldn't get it because of the copyright things, right?
No. It's not that. I haven't reached the watch time threshold.
Rubbish. Come on.
I swear to you.
No, I can't believe that. You haven't
I'll
hit
show it to you.
4,000 hours.
When we meet to do the video, nope. I haven't,
Oh, mate.
because it's 4,000 hours within
On the rolling.
a 12-month period.
That's right. So what are
Yeah.
you on currently?
Oh, I haven't checked in a while because it.
Well, this
I'm
is
waiting-
where doing a collaboration video could change all that.
I
But the
hope
only
so.
problem is once you monetize, you're going to get all the copyright claims and stuff.
Well, I still get them now, but
Right.
they don't matter to me because I don't get any money anyway. So when I see them in the future, that just means I won't be getting any money from them. But
That's
you
correct.
get just as many strikes no matter
Unless
what.
you can go into the YouTube front end that it allows you to do when you get those claims, and you can change. Still not going to work, is it? You
Nah,
can't.
you
Just
use it,
in the
you
video,
use it.
you take the
Yeah.
audio out, and it would be
Yeah,
the
it just
video.
checks
And,
it up. Yeah, let me see
Oh,
here.
well.
I don't even know where the hell. Analytics. Here we go.
welcome to the world of YouTube, folks.
Watch time.
This is what we
last.
deliberate over daily.
So I just click on watch time, but I need to find watch time over that. Oh, here we go. Let's do last 365 days because that's what matters to that metric. See, I'm almost there. 3.2K. So I'm 800 hours away.
That's not such a big thing. If we could,
yeah, they keep you just under, don't they?
Well, I'll tell you what. If we make these videos 3/4 of an hour, you might get there.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And then if there are some good things in there, do some remix shorts out of it. You might do it.
I think the greatest obstacle is not to get philosophical here, but is just the attention span of human beings in this day and age. Because you and I both know we do a 20-minute video and it could kick ass, filled with wonderful content, and the average watch time is about 4 minutes. That's just the way it is.
He does hit a good point that Duran always gets big views, but
it does for some things, but it like I know
the thing is you've got to push it across all, and I mean all of the Duran fan pages and fan groups on Facebook.
And therein lies another challenge because I've wanted to do that, but I've also seen, like these YouTube channels where they coach you on YouTube, right? Like YouTube creators, or they have their own official channel too, right? They, at least in the past, have scoffed at the idea of you bringing in views from other places, for example, Facebook or Instagram or whatever else, because it throws their algorithm off. It doesn't like that. And worst case scenario, let's say you're, I saw this happen actually. There was a guy who had a channel dedicated to terrestrial antenna, right? It was really specific. All he did was report on the equipment used for, just getting channels over the air. And he made a post on one of his forums, so a completely separate website where they talked about terrestrial antenna and getting good reception or whatever. And because of that post he made on the forum, it was a great video, and everybody came to watch his video from the forum. And they took the video down because they thought he was paying for links, for clicks.
That's a bit off.
Yeah, so that was one example of like how that could bite you in the butt. So I just said, oh, well, forget about that racket. Like, I don't want to get caught up in this. Like,
up until probably end of last year, start of this year, I had literally a sheet of A4 with all of the Facebook groups that Brooks's Bass Corner was joined or subscribed to or what have you, and I would post religiously. So in the early days of the channel, especially when we were in lockdown, when I put a video live the following hour, which is vitally important, I was literally, or I'd even do it before I pressed the publish button. I would go into all those pages and I would literally have 100 tabs open on my browser and set them all up ready to go. So as soon as that video went live, I then went in and went post. And eventually over time, at different times of year and stuff, you'd get like 16 done and it would go, oh, you're spamming. Come back later. And but other times it would be perfectly okay. Yeah. That's how you generate views when you're, because you don't have a community.
Yeah.
This community I have now, the 5,000 subscribers, has really kicked in since the live chats took on a life of their own in 2022. Yeah. Before that, I was round about the 1,300 subscribers and that was it. And so you couldn't rely on that to give any videos any sort of momentum. So now, I mean, I did see a thing, I think towards the tail end of last year, that said, if you're trying to push your channel, forget about doing Instagram, forget about Facebook, forget about TikTok, just concentrate on your YouTube channel and putting the stuff out that the people want to watch. Use your analytics, use vidIQ and do that. So if anyone goes on the Instagram page for Brooks's Bass Corner, I've posted very little this year because
Yeah.
I don't actually think it ever, because I don't have clickable links on there because there's only like 1,800 followers. I can't put a YouTube link and then get the clicks through. I can do it on stories. So I can have a clickable link on stories.
Okay.
But again, it wasn't all the videos. If you went into the back end, looked at the analytics, there was very little that was saying was coming from external sources. But as you say, there is this concept that the YouTube algorithm doesn't really want a lot of stuff coming externally. It would rather see, because it confuses it.
Yeah.
So it would rather those views are coming from within the work that the algorithm does to push your video out. So that's what I've concentrated on this year. I don't know if it worked, because what I see is that a lot of the growth I've had on the channel this year has come from doing 3 shorts a day, remixed from live chats and my general videos. So yeah, it's hard. No one knows. Because if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, and all the scammers would be making millions off it. So we just keep plugging away.
That's true. And
we can get your channel over the line. Come on.
It would be nice, because it always
well, again, if we do these videos and they start to create some momentum, that's where it starts kicking in.
I think doing that would help greatly. And I also need to get off my butt and do a live stream. And my idea for the live stream is something very specific.
Where
I think you want to be my first guest?
No. You'd lose subscribers if I had.
So I thought it would be fun to, have a drum machine kicking around and just like on the fly say like, oh, show me that bass line of Vito Kill, and I just program in real quick, just 2-bar phrase, go clack.
Well, could you, instead of having a drum machine, I understand where you're going with this, with the John Taylor concept. How about having the drum loops already set up on your machine, ready to go? And as people,
I'm flexible on how that happens. I could prepare like each of the songs.
Get the big hits, because that's what's going to come up the most.
Yeah, that's true. And then just kind of play them live, like right then and there, because I feel like well, also you can break it down. You can leave the loop running and show people, right, this is the vert, and we'll just play it really slowly. Yeah. Instead of doing it at speed, do it. Yeah, almost like a live lesson, really. It would be like a live lesson targeted on, whatever, whoever's in the chat is first, first come, first serve. What do you want to hear? Okay, well, okay, I think I can do that.
Or take requests, and if the load come in at once, then just pick and pick the ones that you've got the loops for, and away you go.
Yeah. And the reason I think that will work is because, at least for me personally, it's becoming harder and harder to, well, I don't want to get into all that, but it's all that AI crap, it's so annoying. And I think just getting back to reality and just, I mean, you're doing the same here on this channel. There's no BS, it's, you're showing bases.
I put that out for the bin men. It is a funny thing. I was watching something came up in my feed today. I think it was on Instagram, and it was a guy who's a musician, and he was seriously irate because some of the younger generation are saying, well, why should I not use AI music? Why should I not use AI instrument generation? Why should I have to learn how to play an instrument?
What? Why don't you want to? Would be my question.
Why wouldn't you want to? Well, I can do. It's a lot easier. I haven't got time. I like this. I haven't got time. Well, what are you going to do? Sit there and scratch your ass all day? Go and learn an instrument. It might get you somewhere. No, I'd rather let AI do it.
So sad.
Couldn't believe it. Beat After Beat says YouTube is the roll of the dice. Stinking AI, correct. Stoned bass player, good to see it. AI gets on your nerves. I agree. Beat After Beat, I have an AI friend. Her name is Eve. Is it? Is it? Maybe. Evil. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Guys, it's just gone 11:30. I've got to get to bed. I got a busy day tomorrow. Thank you very much for turning up. Thank you for getting involved. Oh, you want to go for that, do you?
Gold, isn't it?
It is gold.
Everyone well entertained. So she's Swedish, I'm sure. Very good. Oh dear, sounds like we've got a chicken in there. Right, on that note, guys, I'm going to let you go. I will maybe see you on Thursday on the live chat on the Workbench video. So Zuma, I will see you shortly. Take it easy. Well done, sir. Andy, have a good day with Rich tomorrow. I'll see you next week. Take it easy, my man.
Indeed.
And safe travels for you, young sir. Just watch out for the slippery roads. Make sure they've been gritted in the morning.
Absolutely.
I will catch you later. Mate. Take it easy, mate. On that note, folks, it's been an absolute pleasure. That's better. I will see you Thursday for a live chat on the Workbench. We'll have the Status Empathy there for a restring and a cleanup and a setup. Might have another couple of basses as well. We could make it right long old live chat, so we'll see. We'll be back here Tuesday next week on the 23rd, 8 o'clock as usual. There's gonna be loads of new content going up. Shorts still going up for the bass collection series. They finish actually on Friday, earlier than I thought. I thought I had enough to get through till Christmas Day. I haven't. I've overused them, but not to worry, we'll have some other content coming up. So it's all good. There is also, I didn't mention this tonight, I did intimate something last week. There is a big surprise coming shortly, and I can't say any more than that. But in the new year, there is a big surprise coming. So I will just let that sort of sit and fester for a couple of weeks. And once I can tell you, I'll tell you. But it should be good. On that note, have a great week. Have a great weekend if you're out gigging. I've got some gigs this week, and then it's feet up and no more gigs till the end of April. So you're going to have me for about 4 months on the channel. So we're going to have a load of new stuff. I will do the same thing as I did last week. So in a couple of seconds, there's going to be a video graphic appearing here, and that will be a link through to the bass collection video, which goes through my whole collection as it stood in January 2023. 33 basses. There's a lot more now, and I need to do a recap on it, but very shortly there will be a graphic in there, and you can watch it if you wish. You don't have to, but if you wish to, you might find it interesting and entertaining. On that note, I will catch you on Thursday, and if not, I'll see you next Tuesday for live chat 145. Good Lord. Thank you to everyone for getting involved. Thank you to all the new subscribers. It's been a blast. Good to see you all. Have a great Christmas if I don't see you next Tuesday. And we'll see you over Christmas. It's going to be loads of live chats, loads of new content going up. On that note, take it easy. I'll see you very shortly. Take care.